We open the episode. We got a song by the Association. It's named Wendy, and of course they're trying to be clever here because the Hank's girlfriend slash side piece, her name is Wendy as well, the woman that we always see in the hotel. Hank's girlfriend, according to Spike Lee, that is. We see the sex worker. She does her works at the Crossroads Motel. She's turning tricks, smoking rock, turning tricks. The day in the life of somebody who'd be in Albuquerque at the Crossroads. I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. That neck gotta be awful. Like, I'm not gonna
$5?
I'm not going to disrespect y'all by asking how much you would pay for it,
No,
because I know y'all brothers want it. But just in general,
wouldn't. You got to be
that's
very
not even
precise when you pronounce.
would not.
Okay.
Yes, would not for all those out there.
Be
But
very
my thing is like
precise.
that shit ain't even worth my time. And you know how trash it got to be for a nigga say I don't want no neck. Like, it's got to be terrible. But either way, I digress.
Here's a fun fact. Piggybacking off of that and listening to the podcast from the AE had the podcast, right? So Vince Gilligan said that during this shoot, an actual John pulled up
Yeah.
and tried to get that head from old girl.
Did they snitch?
He said they didn't tell. They kept that. Well, he was out there. He was out there trying to get it. What he gonna
Hey, it was probably the one she threw it.
No, I'm talking about the staff like called the police like this nigga trying to solicit a prostitute.
Nah, they ain't calling me, but I mean, your car is on tape, bro. You're probably in the episode.
Hey,
So
bro,
one of those cars
probably
might be
she
actual.
threw the soda.
Yeah, one of them might be
Probably
actual.
wasn't
Well,
into it.
they announced over the loudspeaker. They was like, please. They was letting her know because they didn't know if she knew, and they was like, that is not a part of the set. Please step away from the car. Like, do not get in the car because he was for real.
How much did y'all think? How much y'all think they was paying
20.
in the
For
episode?
her,
Yeah, for her.
20.
For the neck.
who
neck
was
dinner.
paying?
I looked at one dude.
Johns. How much was the Johns paying for the neck dinner?
$5.
Nah, one of them, hold on, because one of them looked like dude had 2 10s or 2 20s, like when he folded and gave it to her.
Spike, you being I know I dogged her, but there's got to be a minimum wage in this shit. Like, there's no way she giving out the neck dinner for $5, man.
She might, though.
That's a lot of work.
She a drug head, though.
Yeah,
On the right day, you
that
can
ain't
get
cheap.
$5. True. Yeah. Okay. So she probably 20. 20 to the standard, probably her standard rate.
That's crazy, bro. That's a lot. That's a lot of work, man.
That is a lot of work.
Yeah, but I shout out to all the sex workers out there, man. Y'all keeping every marriage happy.
And that is a statement from Rich.
Our
Rich alone. Those do not represent no more half measures. So Breaking Bad podcast.
We see her go to the block where Combo was killed and delivered burgers to the two dealers that were in charge of the exchange. She got a discount on her meth, and so for her bringing her food. Jesse's in the cut, laying low, observing it all go down. He's plotting. Fellas, obviously this is off the heels of last week's episode when he finds out who the killers of Combo were or who was responsible, and now he is setting up like he is Omar Little, plotting the scheme. What do y'all think about this opening scene?
Shout out to the actress like that plays it. She bodies it every time. Like she is.
This is her last appearance too in the show, so shout out to her.
And she's
For real?
Not this scene. She threw out the episode, but this is her last episode in the rest of the series.
Dang. Okay.
Don't. Okay.
I feel like we would have seen her
I
later.
feel like she came back later.
Like you would have, like a small. I don't know.
She was in Better Call Saul. She
Okay.
Okay.
was in Better Call Saul, but not Breaking Bad.
Well, she just does a great job. Like she really makes you believe like it's going down. Like she's selling it for sure. Well, I don't want. It ain't really like much I could talk about Jesse because I kind of want to wait till we get into the thick of it.
Cool.
So, but cool cold open. I mean, obviously there's it all ties back in. The world is getting smaller in an interesting way for the show. So, but it's still insane. Again, this certain stuff don't make sense to me. It's like these two vatos is about to take cheeseburgers from I don't know.
This shit happened on that shit. Like,
It
listen,
worked.
man,
Yeah, that happens, yeah.
Crackheads are the fucking hood's best friend, bro. You want some shit
You
done.
silly. You
I
chilling
was
in
just
the
at
trap.
I was just in the
I
barber.
just got this chicken. Yeah, come on with it.
I just got my beard cut, and we was talking about the the laundry, laundry soap and deodorant and soap and
Body
toothpaste and
wash,
shit
all
that you
that
didn't
shit,
get for the
yeah.
stupid low. Shout out to
Yeah,
all of them out there doing great work, man. Shout out to the sex workers and never mind. Let me stop.
boosters.
Hey, shout out to Rick for being the person behind.
I was about to go crazy just now, but I ain't going to.
Hey, go ahead, man. Hey, get our subscribers up, man. Go crazy. What's up?
Did you already say something, Spike Lou? Did you already comment on this? 'Cause I'm about to go straight into the episode. Yeah, let's go straight into the episode before I get myself fucked up. Welcome back to a new episode of No More Half Measures. I'm your host, Rich, joined by the world-class Maurice Hunt III and the legend Spike Lou. Fellas, how you feeling out there?
Hey,
What up, though?
Staying in the mix, man. Keeping you up at night.
No doubt, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Thank you. Please remember to like, subscribe, share. Please check out all the other content and podcasts that we're a part of, man. We are excited to be back. We're excited to have this episode go down. But before we do, if you want to get a hold of us, Instagram, NMHM _ Breaking Bad Pod. Once again, that's NMHM _ Breaking Bad Pod. And email is nomorehalfmeasurespod@gmail.com. Got a couple comments and emails to read, about 3 of them in total, so let's get right to it. We got a DM from Monica. Shout out to Monica, man. We appreciate you, as always. Monica says, hi, everyone. Thanks for the amazing Fly podcast. She's mentioning the episode, not the fact that all of us are 3 Fly brothers, but just the Fly episode.
You know?
You almost made me want to rewatch the episode, almost. But you did that so I didn't have to. Smiley face.
You're welcome.
Looking forward to the next one as always. Take care and hope you all had a great holiday. Yeah, Monica.
Thank you, Monica.
Thanks, Monica.
We had a great July 10th, so we appreciate you. We appreciate you for that. We got a message from Matt. The constant comparisons to The Sopranos are unfair. That's not what it's titled, but obviously that's the original. Matt wrote in and said, last review was hilarious. Spike giving more evidence of Skylar having a WAP and also finding a way to bring up the left-handed handy had me rolling. The best part was when he said, here is more proof of Skylar having that WAP. The crew didn't even react. You guys just agreed on his insight. LMAO. Jesse, we all know. We all knew.
We know, yeah.
The same way we knew Metal had that.
Straight up.
Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah. Exactly, man. That shit was. Jesse going from selling meth to Andrea and then becoming a family man in the same episode always made sense to me. I just always saw him as a broken kid looking for a home, looking for comfort in life.
That's
a great
insane,
point,
bro. You're in
when
a.
you think about it like that, he did do all that shit in the
happened.
same episode.
That's what happened.
You have no backbone. Well, I ain't gonna say that because this episode there's something there, but like, bruh, like you just go from like, oh, we try to sell drugs to like we try to recover. Now I'm about to be a
I'm taking
stepfather.
care of some kid I don't even know. Like, get the
Yeah,
fuck out of
but
here.
I gotta avenge my man's like, bro.
What Jerome said, man, get the fuck out of here, little nigga. Take that dumb shit with you.
Yeah, man, I'm showing you magic tricks and shit, man. I ain't about to meet your son.
Stupid.
What time he go to bed?
Boy.
Get out of here, man. When he gonna be at his grandma's house? Nigga, what's up with your grandma? Nigga, all that shit.
Right.
I'm doing all nigga, I'm going all the way
get outta
crazy. Going back to the email. In regards to potato salad, I am white, but I have around 30 plus hot sauce bottles in my kitchen right now. Hope this clears things up. My wife couldn't believe I put some on my spaghetti the other day. Can't wait for the next episode, man. We appreciate you, Matt.
A little hot sauce on
Hey,
spaghetti.
hold on.
okay?
But y'all know what the next question is.
Do we eat fish with the spaghetti?
No. About the hot sauce. Y'all know what the next question is.
What kind?
What
Louisiana
brand?
Crystal.
Yeah.
You already know. You know how that's us. What? Let us know what
We
brand.
gotta
you
know.
rock.
sauce.
Please, Matt, let us know.
He said he
what
got 30
brand.
bottles though.
He probably got
so
variety. He got variety.
He got
He a connoisseur.
Yeah.
I think he
He a
did.
hot sauce connoisseur.
He got flavor. Okay. Shout out to Matt.
Shout out to Matt, man.
We got an email from our guy, man, Acid Jax, before we get into the episode. I don't read these beforehand, so that's why I always laugh when I start like glancing at the first couple sentences and Looking at the title, man. The email's titled Nasatal, which we had a conversation about. Fellas, I don't want to be the Yoko Ono of the group, but I got to pull up on this straight out of the gate. Now, I know I've been known to grease Walt Jr.'s wheel a little bit in the past, but the absolute stomping you boys supplied old boy in the last episode, Mamma Mia. I'm talking unmerciful, American History X-style curb stomp. Yes, Rich set it off, but excuse the pun, Spike and Mo just ran with it. Mo, we don't quite understand his functionality. I don't know his mobility.
I'm not lying. I'm being honest. I'm not familiar.
Said while trying to be serious, demonstrating the pedal action. I laughed out loud. Rich, I'm not trying to be funny. And then proceeds to spit bars of the funniest conversation this entire pod has had up to this point. What the fuck you talking about? You want a Mustang? I did. Hey, cause yeah, man, what the fuck you on, bro?
You taking it too far, bro.
DED, dead. Spike, you ever seen the little people that drive with the big shoe?
Don't bring this up again. Don't ever bring this up again, because I can't be serious. Every time y'all bring up the the big shoe. Bro, don't do this no more. Don't do this anymore, please, bro. Because every time y'all bring that up, we can't be serious. Oh my gosh. There's y'all blooper moment.
I'm only laughing because the whole conversation was really nobody was really trying to was trying to figure it out. We were trying to figure out the logistics of it.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Spike got the illest lie. That's the illest shit ever.
That really was.
The illest shit ever.
It was.
Acid Jack says, "Lord have mercy." Good people, I don't care where you are, what God you pray to, what you like to fuck, or who you do for a living, but you got to do yourself the favor and take 5 minutes out of your day and hit this shit up on YouTube. The juice is worth the squeeze. We appreciate that, man.
Appreciate that.
P.S. Spike. The bike from DTF St. Louis is called a recumbent bike. Imagining Walt Jr. slide around town in that contraption with the helmet and safety flag and all. I won't lie. While I put these words down, even now I'm crying.
My estimation of my bike and see how funny that is. Y'all have to look up there. I'm gonna put it in the group chat as a matter of fact.
My estimation of myself as a man just plummeted. This entire sequence had me shaking and losing my shit like Hank dangling during the rehab scene in the hospital. Strung up in the sex sling, I lost all bodily function. Moving on. Great insights as usual from the gang. I think the main issue with this episode was it was just a bit flat. Speaking of, I see you, Jane. Nah, she's alright. She got Nasatal, Martin voice. But Jane's still a baddie.
Yeah.
Out of respect for Jane, R.I.P., I won't pour one out for the dead homie. Maybe throw up in my mouth a little. Only just out of respect.
Whoa.
Okay, that might be a bit in bad taste, but I do fuck with the Jane cold open. I particularly like the end of the scene and Jane's line about the door thing being about reminding you of home, about making the feeling last, and then stubs out her cigarette butt in her car ashtray. And we know that Jesse is trying to cling to these memories of her because Jane is his feeling of home. Maybe that's why Jesse nests so quick with the junky Mexican bird. Golly, shit, Acid Jack. Called him the junky Mexican bird. Are we sure? Never mind, let me stop. Never mind. See, I'm about to have another serious question and I knew it was going to go left, so let's keep going. Side note, they keep coming back to scenes set in or about homes this week. Walt, Skylar, and Eva Knievel's home. Gus's home filled with kids' toys for some reason. Andrea, a.k.a. Timu Jane's casa with El Hijo, Brock. P.S.
Timu Jane?
Yeah, Timu Jane, that's what he called her.
That's funny.
That's crazy.
P.S. Brock sounds like the name of some peaked-in college asshole you just know has a LinkedIn page highlighting himself as a founder of an AI-focused startup. Time out. Time out. Spike mentioned he doesn't do repeat watching much apart from the occasional series, and I'm the same, but I have a great story about that. I have a great story about this that is sort of related to the conversation in the cold open. Maybe it's more like another week in the books conversation, but I don't have time for it right now, so I'm going to put a pin in it for another email. All right, we're going to hold you to that.
Okay. We ain't going to forget Acid Jax. We want to hear that.
Yeah, I want to hear that story. I want to hear Acid Jax. want to hear every fucking story you got to tell, man.
Every story you got to tell.
If I'm being all the way real.
Yeah.
MVPs this week also going to Saul and Skylar. Of course, Mo noticing Saul going into dirty Mackin territory with Skylar. Protect Mo's horny radar at all costs. Skylar asking questions on a criminal conspiracy was annoying, but on brand. Everything we know about Skylar from first episode onwards tells us she needs to know who Walt's guy is. FYI, Walt saying he got a guy isn't good enough for her? Bitch, I got a guy. It's the definition of qualified in this game.
Low key.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Can I meet
that's
him?
No.
No.
Okay, that's my chemical reaction for the week. Before I go, a couple of points of clarification. Yes, I have a large record collection. No, I would never spend $1,500 on a Jay-Z box set. But yes, I do own Jay-Z and R. Kelly's album Best of Both Worlds on vinyl. Shout out to AB, LOL. And yes, you could say I do work in the yeah. And yes, you could say I do work in the entertainment industry, but no, I am not a professional writer. More importantly, Mo called me Danny, but I'm not sure if I'm the Danny over here. Maybe the Saul Goodman is a better comparison. We'll figure it out one day. Until then, maybe just settle for these notes to be like Saul's good taste in women. Only the very best with the right amount of dirty. Peace. Acid Jax.
That was a bar.
Shout out to him, man.
Acid Jax.
Dang, he's not a writer, so he just. Hey man, did you miss your calling, brother? Cause like what?
Nah, he do some fly shit.
It don't sound like it sound like he do some fly shit.
So this is like
if I told a nigga call me the Saul Goodman of Outlaw Setup, I mean I'm doing some fly shit.
That's
okay.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Real shit, man. We appreciate that. We appreciate the emails, man. Go ahead.
Out of anybody job on here, whose would you rather have?
On Breaking Bad?
Saul's.
Yeah, that's easy.
Before you knew his backstory.
Not even. It's hard because it's like
you
got a lot of pressure. Like I'm just saying, you got a lot of pressure if you fail when you start getting into bed with some of these criminals. Like your life is really on.
We didn't know that though. That's what I'm saying. Like all we know him dealing with is Walt.
We still got enough on here though with him knowing that he works for Gus, and then when we get how gangster Gus,
he don't work for Gus. Mike worked for Gus. You know what I'm saying? Like Saul got the, right now. So with everything that we know, Saul got the best job in this.
But I'm saying, but Saul is the one. He's the middleman between them two, right? He's the one that
Mike is the middleman between Saul and Gus.
Okay.
Yeah, Saul. You know I don't even know.
Gus will never talk to Saul. He got his own lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
even with Better Call Saul, like you barely even,
I wouldn't be him in that though.
Nah, hell no. Hell no.
God,
nah. I ain't being Jimmy McGill. Fuck all that.
No, hell.
I don't want to be. Well, never mind. We ain't gonna get too deep into it. But either way, we appreciate the email. We appreciate the comments, y'all. Please keep them coming, man. We thank you for that. There will be spoilers and explicit content. Today's episode, we're at season 3, episode 12. Our namesake, y'all. The penultimate episode, Half Measures. This premiered June 6, 2010. Directed by Adam Bernstein. Written by Sam Catlin and Peter Gold. And the show is currently streaming on Netflix. Aaron Paul won his first primetime Emmy for his performance in this episode. Spike Lee, we got a synopsis.
We have a synopsis, Rich, and it goes like this. Jesse has a plan for revenge and wants to meet for a beer with Walt to talk about it. Skylar also has a plan that she wants Walt to hear about, but he thinks that he has the upper hand in this talk. Marie has a proposition as well to see if Hank needs to stay or leave the hospital. And finally, in an episode full of plans, Gus has ones too. A meeting with the minds of people in his organization. And lastly, Mike has a message for Walt. This is season 3, episode 11?
12.
12. No more half measures.
I don't know the maiden name for Skylar and Marie, but they got it. That's all I gotta say. They got it, man. They ready. They down for that life. Yeah, they down for that life. I don't give a fuck. Anytime, any place, Janet Jackson style. Nigga, what's up?
They ain't from New Mexico.
Nah,
Let's
they
put it
moved
like
there,
that.
man. Their parents got a
Can't go.
job and they had to move. They hated every second of it.
Yeah, they ain't from New Mexico.
They got the high school
They
basketball coach fired.
Yeah, they did the right thing by getting married
He got some teachers. He got
because
some teachers fired in high school. I
they be
know.
walking
Hell
around
yeah.
doing damage around around Albuquerque, bro.
Yeah,
I be doing
yeah.
some bad day. You see what happened to Ted, bro?
It's some
Like,
it's some skeletons in them graveyards,
you don't,
buddy.
yeah, don't even play like that.
Anyway, man, we ain't even there yet.
Okay.
Walt is supervising Flynn as he's driving on the road. Flynn wants to use the Aztec for his driving test. He asks Walt if his feet are okay. That's a callback to when Walt was teaching Flynn how to drive, and he was getting on his ass about using both feet instead of operating the pedals properly. Flynn says he just needs a note from the doctor if it ever becomes an issue. And Walt is okay with it, man. As long as it gets you from point A to point B, I'm good with that. Father-son scene, family scene. What y'all thinking right now?
I think it's just like a little bit leans into the idea that Walt is not so high strung, so strict as he was before because he's gotten comfortable with breaking the law. So he's kind of got comfortable with bending the rules. His whole lifestyle is now built around bending the rules. So I think he ain't really tripping so much about the double pedal thing because of that. And then of course now Skylar's getting more comfortable with, what the scenario is. So I think it all ties in here. It's just another little Easter egg.
Yep. Deep into the psyche that Walt is a lot more lax now than he was when they first started doing this. He's accepted his role. Not for anyone like me who's watching it and thinking the nigga been a villain, but for people who are slowly like accepting that Walt is changing and Walt is becoming this different character, this is one of those very subtle but great scenes as to where it's like, yeah, I'm good with breaking the rules now.
Um, that's a great point by both of you. I don't really have anything else to add. We continue that scene. Skylar's goofy ass is using her personal laptop to look up money laundering, because she's smart. And she's spending time with Holly. Walt drops Flynn off, and Skylar talks to Walt about her proposal of being in charge. What was
This
the
was
guy's name?
2010 though, Walt. You don't do it like that, Rich. This was
What?
2010 when she was
What's
doing
that mean?
that. See, you don't
What's that
know
mean?
that they could
She's
trace that
like
shit.
she could be like she could do the incognito thing.
When do you think the internet started?
But see, you weren't as aware what they could track back then as you are now. You know they can watch anything now. Back then, you probably thought you had a little privacy. It's my personal computer, it ain't my work computer. I'm gonna look this up. Nobody never gonna know. You might believe that as a 40-year-old white woman in New Mexico.
I'll concede. I'll concede that. I'm not mad at that. I won't concede that. Still goofy as shit. Walt and what was the guy's name that Saul said you needed a what? I know Aston Jackson's mentioned his name.
Danny.
Yeah, so Skylar, obviously, she wants to be the Danny of the car wash. And when Flynn drops Walt off, they have a conversation outside in the driveway. And Skylar pretty much asks, have you thought about it? And Walt's like, nah, man, there's too many holes, multiple flaws in your plan. Skylar doesn't understand the issue. Hey, you took money from your gambling. You used it to invest in a business that you used to work at. You also hired your wife as a bookkeeper because guess what? Your wife is a bookkeeper. I don't understand. And Walt, being one of the funniest people ever, and just by being fucking hilarious and disgusting and nasty, take a shot. He just wants her to take the money and keep the plausible deniability. But one of the holes in her plan, according to him, is that estranged husband. It would make a lot more sense if he was able to no longer be estranged, which is why I said Walt's a nasty dude. And Skylar did shut him down too about the plausible deniability, bro. Like you make $43,000 a year. And all of a sudden, you got all types of buku money and you buying car washes. And I'm supposed to just be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like, of course, I can't have any plausible deniability. Nobody's asking that. Skylar shuts all that shit down quickly, and they start negotiating family time. Walt pretty much says he wants 7 nights a week dinner, and she says no. They negotiate. He gets 4 nights a week with the family, plus a key to the house to keep up appearances. He's going to be a part of this family if he wants her to be the Danny. And that's what it looks like. The terms have been met, and that's where we were at. Fellas, there's a lot of shit going on, especially with the dynamic of Skylar and Walt, because we've seen them in nasty, bad places, but at least they can have conversations like adults, even if the love is lost. What do we think about Walt's tactics? What do we think about their agreement? What do we think about the scene as a whole?
Tell you what stood out to me. One was the color scheme that Mo brings up frequently. So take y'all shots on that. How they're standing across from each other and both of them appear to have on black, but you can tell they're on two totally different sides. Like neither one of us is good or negotiating for anything for the cause of good, but we're both being evil and in our bags as to, okay, we've accepted that we evil people now. That was one. Two, I don't know if they were it started off kind of adversarial, like going at each other, whatever it may be. But at some point, I think Skylar tipped in this conversation, and it was more just like she was liking this version of Walt, where he wasn't just a pushover that we saw in the first couple of seasons of this series, and it helped him in the negotiations from going to 2 nights or whatever it was to the 4 nights, because he was like, all right, if it's the type of swag you pulling up with, then I might be all right with this. Let's see how it go. I took a
Let
little
me,
bit of that from the conversation.
let me ask you a question on when you say that. How much of it do you think it is that Skylar likes this shit? Like, not the Walt part of it,
I
but
think it's a
I
little
like
bit of
being
it.
involved in this shit too. Like, she.
I,
Go ahead.
I think that's a little bit of it. I think we saw that in this conversation, and that's slowly transitioning her from a person who is disgusted by this and wants him to move out of the house to reconsidering this. Like, it's kind of lit. I ain't making turkey bacon or whatever it may be for the 50th birthday. Like, we getting money. We're gonna buy a business. I'm trying to trick the government and all these things. Some of that I feel like she kind of was open and receptive to, and it maybe turned her on.
Go ahead, Rich.
I was just gonna say it's just funny because I agree, but it's also funny because her and Walter, this isn't a major spoiler. They no longer have a relationship. There isn't. This isn't the like normal show where they do move back in, they reconcile. It's not Tony and Carmela in the pool
Yeah.
after the barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Where are we about to get back together? That's it. Like them niggas is done. Like, you feel me? They got a business relationship. So normally there would be some kind of romantic interest or something else pushing it. The only thing I can see is Skylar just like, shit, I want a piece of that too. I don't know what the motivation is. I don't know if it's power. I don't know if it's, to quote Walt at some point in the series, I was good at it. I don't know what it is that draws her to that, or it might just be the rush. Because she was, and the only reason I say it like that is because she was so fucking against it.
Well, you got to remember
Drug dealer,
this.
but, yeah.
Remember, she wasn't working up until the cancer. You know what I mean? So Walter has been working 2 jobs so that she doesn't have to work at all. So you got that's kind of a typical trope where, and in a reality too, where it's like the housewife that actually wants to do something, have some, some purpose in what they're doing outside of just holding the home down. So she was doing that with Ted. And then now this has come along, and I think there's a rush a little bit there. I mean, they're both kind of in a different midlife crisis, and he was wearing green. Man, I'm going to look this up so I can actually get the substantial. But he was wearing green most of season 1 because he showed he was kind of his own like midlife crisis, and now she's the one wearing the green. So it's like there's got to be something there with that green or green light or go forward with whatever it is. And then also, as far as being turned on, I think that she, looked at Ted as a turn on because Ted always appeared strong. I think she's attracted to like strong and power and confidence, and that's what Ted exuded until Walter and her went their separate ways. Walter signed the papers. Walter showed her the bag. Walter told her this is what I'm doing. And Walter stood on that, and I think that turned her on. Now, I do think it is a tragedy because I didn't remember that. I'm glad you did, Rich. I think it's a tragedy that we never got their Carmela and Tony in the pool moment. Not just from the Moism that I always get labeled with, but I just think that would have been an interesting way where you get earlier in the season with Walter is turned on by his crimes, where she got the avocado face. If she had a moment where she was turned on by this, so it's like, okay, everybody's broke bad here, So I think it is a little bit of a tragedy that. Sorry, y'all, spoiler, but that they're not in that type of they on that type of time, and it never quite gets back to that. So,
Yeah. I didn't mind spoiling that because I don't think that's a big aspect. I don't think anybody ever watched this and was looking at these two. Like, I hope they get back together. I think it's,
Probably not.
there's so much other parts of the story that are interesting. And I could be wrong, but I'm about 95% sure that there's no physical interaction. Because, yeah, even there's some shit that I'm not even going to mention that happened. She wouldn't have even done that if it wasn't for X, Y, and Z. But if I'm wrong, we'll find out. Any other thoughts on this scene?
Nope.
Walt got his family back, man. We get Jesse and Walt at the lab, and Jesse asked Walt to get a beer afterwards. And I I don't know about y'all, man. I just found it hilarious, Walt's response. Like, it was almost like a shock.
He was so
Like,
confused.
He was so confused. Like, no, thank you. And then, of course, Jesse says, nah, seriously, like, let's go get a
Real
beer.
quick.
He insists.
Is it how you do your coworkers rich?
Yes, exactly like that. Like, the confusion and the, and then the immediate like, nah, I got something. Nah, I can't even go. Especially at lunch. That happens damn near every day I work in person at lunch. Like, somebody, you need, nah, I got some shit I gotta handle, man.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all, nigga. I ain't trying to.
It's my time.
Yeah, man. Fuck out of here.
I'm a nice person sometimes. I do it, man, even though I don't be wanting to.
I will. So
when it's a group, it can't be no like just me and another person. But yeah, if it's a group, and hey, we're going to grab lunch. You want to grab? I don't want to be like the nigga to be like, nah, I don't actually.
Today I rode with my soup and another coworker. We went to go grab some lunch. We didn't sit down and eat it, but we just went to go pick it up. We all had planned on eating the same thing. So, and it was one of those. I said it out loud. I'm like, fuck, are you going such and such? I'm already headed there. You want to jump in? And at that point, it's just like, man, now I look like a certified dickhead because I just said I'm going here. You feel me? Like, imagine pulling up together after I know y'all going. So I did. It was
seeing
cool,
them right
but it's
there.
still one of them. Yeah, man. That shit different.
You do lunch with your coworkers?
No.
I'm gonna say absolutely not. Walt, like I said, Jesse tells them that they really need to get a beer. Signals to the camera like, hey, man, I can't say what I want to say out loud. So Walt gets the hint. They're at a tavern of some sort. Jesse shows Walt the blue stuff and asks him to confirm if it's theirs. Jesse said he bought it from the guy that killed Combo, or the guy, should I say, that killed Combo. Walt asks for proof, and Jesse tells him about what he heard from Andrea, about her brother doing it. It's even more sickening to him that they're using kids to do this work. And Walt asks Jesse why he's telling him this. Like, what the fuck you telling me for? And Jesse's like, man, I need some ricin. Just like you plan on killing Tuco. Season 1 callback. Or season 2, callback. And then I'm going to take out these two dudes. Jesse has the plan. He just needs the poison. And Walt ain't trying to hear none of it. I ain't trying to be part of it. I don't know shit. I'm actually not mad at Jesse's plan. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? That actually makes sense. Like, if you found the end, and you can get some ricin, and you can make it look like, because Walt is smart, and the way he explained it, if this is how they're going to go out, I can take care of it and just call it a day. So I wasn't mad at him trying to at least think out the box to get it done. And why are you shitting on my plan, but it was cool when it was Tuco? You know what I mean? That's pretty much a conversation he happens with Walt. Nobody's going to figure it out. Go ahead.
No, I'll let you finish.
Walt said Tuco wanted to murder them and these guys don't. Combo was one of us, man. Does that not mean anything to you? And we already know the answer from Walt. Like, Walt didn't even remember that nigga name. Walt starts asking about why now? Why didn't you track them down months ago? Oh, that's right. You was too busy getting high. Like, if it's really meant something to you, you would have been doing this 3 months ago when your man got dropped. Murder is not part of your 12 steps. This achieves nothing. Walt tells Jesse that he's not a murderer, and Jesse said he's doing this with or without him. Gets up and leaves. A lot going on, fellas. Jesse really got murder on his mind. What you thinking?
I mean, Jesse got some good points. You know, Walt had a good point too. Like, why is this all of a sudden, like, where is this coming from? Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think Jesse was ever okay with Combo getting whacked. However, it is like, I do understand where Walt is coming from, but Walt comes off like he ain't never lost somebody close to him like that. So he really don't understand he don't understand. Everything's transactional with Walt. You know what I mean?
I think.
What?
I'm my fault, man. I just got to say this because you brought up a good point. I think Walt's looking at it like, bro, what kind of relationship you think we got? I think he's looking at Jesse like that. What role do you think I play in each other's lives that you just think I'm riding? Talking about his combo is one of us. One of who? Like one of you, nigga. I don't hang with none of y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah, but
Like,
it is at the
like,
same time. You told me to bring my guys along.
Yeah, yo guys, man, I don't give a fuck about them. Like, I feel you. You got a great point, Mo. But he's also not that person. I think this whole scene is interesting to me because, like I think Walt is genuinely dumbfounded. Like, I don't even know why you telling me this. Like, I don't know what you expect me to do. Like, you think I'm about to ride with you and just get this shit? Like, that don't make none of this makes sense to me.
Yeah, no,
like, you ain't no murderer. Like, all this shit. So that's what's always fascinating when I see this scene.
Yeah, you dead on, and I think I wish Jesse would have worded and said it's your fault. Combo got killed. You was talking about we need to expand when we was living ghetto fabulous in our little, our territory. You want us to expand? He was in somebody else's territory and got killed, and that was because you wanted us to go forward with that. Like if he had brought it, I mean,
Walt would have told that nigga to grow up.
He still wouldn't have cared, but I just wish it would have been like spoken in that way. Because again, this whole thing is Walter's fault. Like everything about the show is pretty much Walter's fault. Fair. Everything we look at is Walter's fault if you really look at it.
Yes, I agree with you there. Everything is Walter's fault. Jesse is a complete idiot in this scene, though. It's a really good scene. Mm-hmm. It's acted well by Aaron Paul. It's good, but the motives behind it are completely idiotic. And this is one of the few times where I'm like completely on Walt's side, in the sense of like one of what y'all said is like, bro, what are you talking about? Like consistently throughout this series, Jesse has expressed that he's not a gangster. I'm just a dude that knows the right people, that can move a little product when I need to be able to do so. But now, all of a sudden, I'm hung up on this idea of getting revenge for my homeboy who got popped. You're not in the revenge business, especially now. You ain't even on the streets no more. Like, you ain't even doing hand-to-hand. You ain't even got nobody on the streets like Combo that you got to protect, that you got to hold a name up for. Like, this is strictly on some revenge shit. So I'm understanding Walt, where he at in this game, looking like, well, revenge for what, bro? Like, we making $1 million. Like, we selling the meth. Like, your homeboy died. I'm sorry. Like, that's what happens when you play stupid games. You win dumb prizes. Combo won a dumb prize. Mm-hmm. You can't come to me all of these months later and be like, oh, I want to revenge my homeboy, because I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about, because you're not a gangster. I'm not a gangster. We not doing gangster shit. That like nothing about what we do say gangster. Nothing about what we do say, I got to go get revenge on dude who rode on my homeboy. Like Walt and Jesse are like Trey on Boys in the Hoods. Let me out, though. and on Boys in the Hood, nobody said nothing because Trey wasn't a gangster. Mm-hmm. You want to ride with us? It's cool. You can do that. But at some point in time, we all expected what happened was going to happen is you're going to be like, let me out, because this ain't what you do. That's a great point. And this ain't what Walt and Jesse do. And this is why this scene, I felt like, was done so great by Walt, in the sense of him not folding. And even what we see later that he did from him, it's like, bro, you sound nuts to me right now. You sound like a nigga that's trying to self-sabotage, because we got $1 million deals. It's like a nigga that signed rap deals, and we got $1 million deals, and you tell me a couple months later, after me and you both signed with Def Jam or whatever it may be, then we got millions of dollars. Oh man, they rolled on homie, man. Me and you got to go get active. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? We got to go get active? We got to be Lil Durk? Like, nah, bro, this crazy.
Excuse me, what?
I'm sorry, what?
Like, run that by me one more time.
Yeah, run that by me. Like, I got 7 figures in my bank account, bro. You telling me to go on a mission with you? No.
Mm-mm. You got me fucked up. I'm offended that you even asked me. We ain't even friends. We ain't even close as I thought we were. Right. You didn't ask me that shit. Jesse, let me ask y'all this real quick.
Yeah, man.
Just real quick, because I'm thinking about it. Everything y'all said makes complete sense. Does he care? How do I want to word this? How much was them selling their product a factor in this? To Jesse, you think? Like, how much of that was the motivate? Obviously, yeah, killed your mans, but do you think it was just an extra insult to injury that not only did y'all kill my mans, but y'all selling the same shit that y'all killed them for? Like,
I'm not being an asshole when I ask this. I'm genuinely asking when you asked it. Like, why does he? What point does that hammer home that they selling their shit?
Okay,
I
well,
don't know
so
because
the
when Jesse
selling.
pulls it out and said, "Is it ours?" which means he
Right.
cares about that.
Hold on.
So I'm
But
wondering, like,
why
how
though?
much of that is
No,
there?
no, no. Lower, whole different script. It ain't that he care about it. It's that these guys are working for the big boss that Jesse ain't formally met. I think it's more of that where it's like, bro, because Jesse already got disgruntled a few episodes ago about how much they're making percentage wise, but to find out these guys was part of getting Combo out of here and feel like they're selling our meth, so clearly they are the dealers, distributors, you know what I mean, or whatever for Gus. That shit even hit. I think that made him even more mad. We got niggas like this working. We're making the meth that these guys are selling that killed my homeboy. You know what I'm saying?
See,
So
and this is that I hear what you're saying, but this is where if I understand Walt and like now you the nigga at work that's coming with the conspiracy theories. You the nigga at work that's been like, man, bro, you work at the Walmart factory. You telling me what the Waltons do to make all the billions, and you got all these tinfoil conspiracy. They're like,
they're
bro,
gonna talk
we
politics and
make,
religion.
yeah, like, bro, like, get away from me. Like, we making this money right now. We've escaped some situations that neither one of us wanted to be in. I made you a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. You talking to me about shit that, oh, they're selling our meth, so technically we're cooking meth for them, the people that killed my homeboy, so I gotta avenge my home. Like, you sound nuts to me right now. You like that meme with all the stuff in the background and they got the different
The
pins
chart,
going on. Yeah, yeah. You like that meme
always
for
sunny
me.
in Philadelphia. Yeah.
Like, you sound crazy. And I totally, like, again, get what you're saying, Mo, how he ties the stuff together, because there was a question that I had with the blue meth. But now even hearing you say that makes me look at Jesse even crazier. Like, you're a crazy person right now in this bar, bro. Like,
You know,
that's one of your
It's a
friends.
very well. Walt's
That's
reaction was
one of
all
your
of us.
friends, and it's got to do with him battling his sobriety as well. That's one of your friends when they stop smoking or they stop drinking,
they got
and
too
then
much
now
time.
they too much time, bro. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You
Mm-hmm.
be like, bro, what the fuck
I
is
hear
you
this
talking
nigga go. All
about?
right, bro.
Yeah,
So
that makes complete sense. Makes complete sense. But I love. Rarely do we. I feel like we rarely get the Walt being the avatar for the audience, or at least getting the
fair.
audience point of view. But I think we all were Walt. Like, bro, what the fuck is you talking about?
It is
Like
weird
I
though.
said, in theory, like I said, for Jesse to have cooked up that plan, I was impressed because that's not Jesse game. So in theory, like that. But I do agree with y'all, like where it's like, bro, huh? Why are we at this bar right now? That's what you wanted to talk to me about?
Killing someone? Fuck are you talking about?
Well,
I
it was a good
literally,
point. Too much time has passed for you to be passionate all of a
yeah,
sudden.
bro.
That was probably because I feel Jesse. It was his old dog moment. That was
Yeah,
his old dog
that's
moment.
your
Like they
man's. I
riding on
get
your
it, bro.
cuz. You gonna let them do what you gonna do, nigga. Like that was his
Even in
old
that
dog moment.
situation, them niggas was gangsters though. Them niggas was G's. That's what they live by. This is our code,
I
nigga.
mean, bro, but they
Like
already been
that's why I referenced Trey from Boy. Like that wasn't Trey code.
nah.
So Trey even hopping in that car with them did not make sense. That's why he got out. Same thing with them two right here. What you say about Kane and O Dog from Menace to Society, the reason O Dog is able to pull that card is because Kane lived by that. That nigga turned up in the summer.
He wasn't. He
Like he
wasn't at that.
turned up.
He wasn't at that level though. Not just yet.
He
That's why he was
was.
contemplating because he was like,
That's a
remember, because he was
conversation
like,
we may have on the
I'm not
Patreon.
killing women, I'm not shooting at
At,
children.
at
And
that point, but by the end of that summer, like you talking about one
well, I
summer,
know I'm not talking about the
3 months.
summer. I'm just talking about that moment. Like that's
Okay,
what I'm saying. He wasn't
true.
there. That's why
But we
old dog
seen
gassed it up more.
Kane was a gangster though. That's all I'm
Oh
I
yeah,
feel
saying.
like
yeah,
Kane
no,
was
he
a
was.
gangster.
I think it was
Kane
there.
was a gangster.
Kane, a nigga that said I'll never smoke weed, and once he started smoking weed, he don't stop. Like Kane just needed to get that first one, and then
He
it
was a
like, all right,
gangster.
bet. Yeah, I'm with it. Yeah, he
Trey
was
wasn't a gangster. Jesse not a gangster. Walt not a gangster. That's all I'm
But
trying
hold
to say.
on, but I think we got to consider Albuquerque standards because they both got a body, right?
Who Jesse kid?
out of necessity, man. Nigga, he
Yeah,
smoke.
yeah,
Nigga,
and it ain't like,
you ain't no
again,
gangster. If you
remember,
get a
Mo,
body and smoke rocket right afterwards,
I
you
was
ain't
just
no
about to say,
gangster.
Mo, remember, like
I
that
don't
was
care
out
what
of
you do
necessity.
afterwards, nigga. Like
But that was
we
out of necessity. You ain't recruiting and like you're not coming up with plans to
shout out to
kill
Omar
niggas, bro.
because where
You're
I was
not
about to
coming up.
go next.
Oh man.
Chill,
I'm
man.
glad you didn't. But what I was about to
Yeah.
say, You're not if you Jesse and Walt and you're in the situation that you're in, there's no situation where you sitting at a bar and I'm Walt and I'm agreeing to murder somebody with you. It's not gonna happen, bro. It ain't you, it ain't me. I don't even care if it's Rice and nobody can trace it.
See,
Tuco was trying to kill us. That was out of necessity. Like, no, we're not doing this. Get the fuck out of my face.
But think about the audacity. Think if you're Jesse. Like everything y'all saying makes sense. I'm with y'all, but I'm just trying to play the advocate. You asked me to not press charges on your brother-in-law. He beat the dog shit out of me.
Pull them charges back up, man. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you press charges on Hank if you want to. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm not killing
Yeah,
nobody.
now it's cool now, but like
I don't owe you no favors. Nigga, listen. Me and you busting down a $3 million deal for cooking meth right now. You got that $3 million deal because I recommended you for this job. And all you got to do is come cook meth with me. I don't owe you nothing after that. I ain't killing nobody. I ain't killing your homeboy killers with you. I ain't mean you for no beer. I don't give a fuck about Jane no more, bro. I put you on, nigga. You got 7 figures in your bank account and you a scrub. No, the answer is always gonna be no, nigga. I did the favor I was gonna do for you. I got you there. It's over with. So
I gave you purpose. I gave you drive.
Hey, listen, y'all
I
been
gave you a
watching
tree.
Raising Kanan? Y'all been watching Raising Canaan?
Hey, listen. Hey, that's true. Hey, because he ain't had nothing going on, bro.
Listen,
Jesse had nothing going on, bro.
It wasn't shit, nigga.
was
You a
falling-
millionaire. You a millionaire now
Bro.
because of me,
He was falling out of the window on the pilot, bro.
bro. Listen,
Like,
You was trying to. You wore a suit to an interview to flip fucking signs and dress up like a raisin or whatever the fuck he was doing, bro.
Bruh. Yeah,
Come on, man.
trying to be a salesman. Yeah, good point.
Man, Badger was doing that shit. All that. Yeah, trying to be a salesman. About to be work. You need to be working where Badger was. Jesse the type nigga. Your life really. You should be at the car wash that Walt about to buy. Like, so the fact that you got millions of dollars, to your point, that's
you'll be a
all.
cool manager at my car wash, bro. In real life.
Manager. That's crazy. You gave more credit than me. I'm like, manager.
You can't go from cooking meth at a high level to like you're not even manager. Nah, bro. Like if I'm going legit, I'm managerial, bro. Like ain't no going down.
Jesse is vacuuming cars.
You can't do it like that. This man helped me cook in a big ass $1 million lab. Now I got him scrubbing cars.
Now he's shining tires.
He can't.
shining
He got
tires
at
and
least.
shit.
He got at least be at the desk selling fresheners, bro. Like come on.
Putting Windex on that shit like the wash, man. For Jesse, hey, once again, before we go on, why am I here, bro? I can't believe I know you didn't call me out here for this shit.
It is insane.
I know you ain't speaking in code for us to do this shit. Hey, man.
Hey, real quick. Does it make sense for the story, or is it crazy? Not just in the story, but it's just crazy to be written.
What?
What's that?
Like this part. Do y'all think this is like wild to be written at this point? Does it seem off?
I think it.
The writing of it makes sense.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
motivation is there.
Yeah,
Okay.
all of it makes sense within the story, but us as viewers being able to comment and do what we do as podcasters should be able to critique it in this way as well.
Yeah.
Because we've looked at this like a couple times over. We're making critiques on. We're not even critiques. We're commenting on this as art, and as an art piece, we looking at it like, nah, nope. This is like this right here don't make sense. Let me take a look at this.
Okay, because I asked that.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You got it.
I was gonna say, the writing's not an issue. I think we all took it from a first person point of view. Like if I was Walt, like what the fuck?
Facts.
Spike broke it down perfectly with his description. And if this was like Power, like remember that scene in Power when Ghost asked that nigga Tate for that money, and nigga said, "Nigga, what?" Like just that one of those your natural reaction when you hear some shit like, and you made it a big deal. Mm-hmm. I think it's different if you do it in passive. But nigga, you gotta speak in code. We gotta meet. We gotta do something we don't never do, which is hang outside of this lab unless we plotting some shit. And then when we get there, I'm expecting it to be some real shit, man. Hey man, I had to take care of some shit, or blah blah blah, or hey man,
You asking me to kill somebody with you?
hey, I found the dude was a kill
Oh, but
combo.
nigga, I don't even know.
Who the fuck is combo?
What? What? Who? Nigga?
Hey, Jesse might have shot him right there. If he said who the f is Cabo, he might
Yeah, man,
because
who the fuck
he
is this?
clearly was at his house with,
Nah,
where Jane
bro.
was and knew about
Remember
it. So to act,
That's
to
why I
act
would
like
love to
Combo
see.
died, and he was like, "Which one was that?" Like,
Which one was that?
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
That's why I would love to see black versions of stuff like this, even if it was just like a YouTube channel.
Hey,
Like this in a black version. Walt being
listen,
like,
I
who
said,
the fuck that is?
we just did
Combo.
well, by the time people hear this, it'll be out. But like on Childish Grown-Ups, we just did I Know What You Did Last Summer. Right? But it makes me think, and I know in the second one they had 2 black people, but it makes me think how much more the premise makes sense if they're all black. And they say there's alcohol everywhere in the car. If we tell them we hit somebody, we for sure. Think about that premise and think about how much more sense it makes if it's 2 black guys, 2 black girls, and say, hey, we can't do it because if we get pulled over right now, we might go to jail or worse. How much more the premise makes sense with an all black cast? And this, not just because we black, but I was thinking about it. I said that would make 10 times more sense to me versus these white kids saying, oh, we can't do it because, so it was something I thought about when we reviewed it or whatever. But yeah, bro, like sometimes
It would be a completely different movie.
Yeah, for sure.
That would definitely be.
100%, man. Great scene, like great acting, great like conversation about it, man. But it was Jesse Fried. We go to the hospital with Hank, Marie, and Flynn, and they're playing cards. Do white people play spades?
No.
Matt, Zach,
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, Zane.
Zane. I keep calling him Matt and Zane.
Matt and Zach. Listen, yeah, Matt, Zane. Do white people play spades?
What's our mixed queen name?
Ashley.
Ashley. Yeah, I know that she plays spades.
Yeah, she plays.
Y'all know how to play, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And not only just play, I'll bust everybody ass in spades. But
No, I don't fuck around. I'm in the not fucking around business in spades.
Everybody that plays spades that take it serious is that way.
That's why
I play it well, but I don't
learn.
play it at all because I'll be like, I'll play it, but it's like if you take it too serious, I ain't playing, bro. Like I'm actually really good at it, but when you take it too serious, I ain't playing. Like I'm like, all right, bro.
I don't think it is too serious in spades.
Yeah, man.
Like we ain't finna get
you're
best of friend. Best of friends turned into whole ass niggas. It's just
it ain't. But
you got to be able to be banner. Like
yeah, that's like I feel like too serious in spades ain't a thing because if you playing with people that you fuck with, like now if it's some niggas you don't know then whatever. But if you playing with people that you fuck with, it's usually family and friends or whatever. Like it's all in good banter. Like it ain't nothing personal. I ain't saying this because I really feel this way. Like I'm just trying to.
It depends on the version of people you're around.
Agree.
Because it might be like I might be around some people that when they play spades, they'll do something that's like, bro, that pisses me off. Like you doing a little too much, bro. Like I get we competitive, but you doing a little bit too much, bro. Chill. Like super obnoxious.
I agree with you.
It depends on.
If I don't know you like that. If I don't know you like that, that's a thing.
Yeah, or even if
I don't know you like it, then I'm not playing like you. But if I know you, if we fuck around, like if it's my people, we going at it.
This definitely happened with a friend of somebody's husband that was playing spades at my crib, and like was getting kind of real talkative, real aggressive, and I'm like, I don't really know this nigga, like. And I was really getting hot for real.
And it's your house?
It was my house. Like he wasn't. Yeah, I was like, I always look at dude. The cause. And like I said, we've been cool since, but I still always look at dude a certain way still. Like, because I feel like that's a good character tester to see somebody's real character. I promise you. Watch how people react in spades.
Straight up.
Yeah, bro.
Or dominoes.
Dominoes worse. Slamming
you get to slamming them motherfuckers on there. Yeah.
I only reflect energy in those games. I never is gonna bring to nobody dope. But as soon as you start talking shit and then you get behind the ball, it's over with.
It's
over with, nigga. This shit, you start standing up, throwing the card down. You asked for all of this, like because I wasn't saying that.
You woke up the beast.
Facts.
I was chilling. I was at a
barbecue.
They're playing the cards. Hank is annoyed by Marie, understandably so. Like she's just making up her own rules, and Marie just got that like, I want to do it this way. Like I can just see that. Flynn wins the game. It's his third in a row, and Marie, it's funny. Marie asks if he's been playing with his dad. There's a moment where they discuss that Walt or Skylar aren't working, but Marie quickly changes the subject because, of course,
I ain't swinging that.
Right. You know, Marie knows about the gambling, but nobody else does. So she changes the subject, tells Flynn that Hank can go home, but he won't. Hank tells Flynn, like, come on, kid, don't do this to me too, man. I'm not well. Do I look well? He said, what are you saying? People on crutches need to stay in the hospital? Should I be in the hospital? And Hank said, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Deal the fucking cards. Oh, what do we think about this scene of Hank in the hospital? Obviously still trying to get him to leave and go home.
I did like Flynn. I liked him in this scene. I think you make a good point because it is one of them things sometimes when you're on the other side of things where you make this thing like, oh, it's the worst thing in the world, and there's a person right there telling you, bro, it'll be okay, and you don't understand, so you get a little, and not even that you need to be sensitive to his condition, but just look at the reality. I get it. When you've had it one way, you don't want to deal with the possibility that will be your life now. As not right as that sounds when you say it, that's the reality of the human experience. You know what I mean? You see somebody that is without sight or without hearing, you feel for them stuff, but if you had to actually go through that, you wouldn't want it to be that way. So it's like we could say how we want to say it, but that's the reality. But in this scene, he's super douchebag, and he's just like kind of, he's pouty, and it makes sense, but I don't like the fact that it's like you just giving up all the way. And I don't understand because you wasn't giving up on none of your cases about finding who's the kingpin of the blue meth. Like, I don't understand why he's like throwing in the towel like so much. It's like, he probably ain't never dealt with adversity. I don't know.
I don't know if he believes that he'll ever be the same again physically.
Yeah, and as men, physical ailments are different. You know what I'm saying? Like as a man, you can't walk. Somebody got to wipe your ass. You got to shit in the paint. Like all of that stuff probably affects you mentally. So I see where he was coming from, but I also think this scene was good, just as a viewer and a Breaking Bad standpoint, because it broke down a couple of things. One, it's never been addressed on scene that neither Walt nor Skyler have a job. We've been wondering about that for the last couple of episodes, like who keeping tabs on Walt, but also now we know Skyler ain't going to Beneke. Like who keeping? Like what do y'all do all day?
Why did Skyler leave? Do y'all know?
Ted started wilding. Remember he came to the crib.
Yeah, but that was because he was
in the hospital.
Yeah, like she dealing with family stuff. Mm-hmm. Like that was the whole. It was the Hank thing, and then him coming to the crib really certified. Like I ain't coming to work no more. Like, and you still better pay me. I'm gonna tell people you was sexually harassing me. Like I feel like that's the type of time that she on. You know what I'm saying? Remember we talked about bodies. Remember we talked about bodies in the cemetery. This is one of them. This is like he been paying her because he know he fucked up and shouldn't have been doing what he was doing with her while she ain't been at work this whole time. So I fully believe she's still getting a check from Beneke. And then Walt just out here like one of those people you look like, what you do? What you do again? Because you're not teaching, not at the car wash. Marie did a really good job of twisting the conversation very quickly when Hank started to think about it. But it also goes, I think, in that bag of what we talked about is Hank a good cop or a bad cop. When you seeing them and you like, a lot of the things starting to add up from far as not just coincidence with Walt and him might having something else to do with the whole chemistry and meth thing if he was paying attention, but he don't look at Walt like that. We know that. Mm-hmm. So I think this scene was good. And then also with the Walt Jr. and him kind of like, we've all seen he looks up to Hank. Like Hank is this big macho bravado type of guy. And then Hank is making these sly comments and he gets to confront him being like, well, maybe I should be in the hospital too. That was a good line. This is one of the few shining moments for Walt Jr. Like, sure. Nigga, you sitting here like a bitch. Like you acting like a bitch right now. I've been dealing with this shit my whole life. Okay, like man up. So all of this was really good. I think this is one of those episodes of Breaking Bad where even a scene like this where it don't really mean nothing, but it did have a lot of significance into the world, and it was just enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. That shit's hilarious. The fact that Hank just doubled down on it, like, man, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And called him little prick. Like,
yeah, little prick. Fuck out of here.
Maybe you ought to be in the hospital, little nigga.
Yeah, low key.
What do you say? Sleepy time over, little nigga.
Sleepy time. Fuck up, man. Hey, nigga, hey, that's some wild shit.
Power podcast coming soon.
That'll be the
Anything else
most
to say
fried
about the
one.
scene?
After the legacy ones, that would be the most fried
Oh,
one of all
absolutely.
time.
I am man. Listen.
Yeah, man. I can't. I don't even have no comment on that.
Yeah.
It's funny because I was watching. I watched a clip from Three Strikes the other day, and I forgot Dean Norris was in Three Strikes.
Hey, Three Strikes is
The scene when David Allegretti pulled out the gun on old girl, like arrest this bitch. Ray. Yeah, I'm here to get Ray. Dean Norris was the cop that was like,
Yes,
was that his
sir,
first and last
yes.
name? Both. Ray. Hey,
that
He
movie
sure
fried.
fuck
Them
it.
straight to DVD joints, man.
Yeah.
it's a classic, man. They was in there clouded. We go to Saul's office, and Walt is in there. Oh, I love Saul, bro, because he promised he'd be here. He said, "Oh, he promised." Okay, he like, nigga, like fuck out of here. Everybody fried this episode.
Yeah.
Walt had asked Jesse to come to Saul's office so they can discuss this whole problem with the two dealers, and of course, Jesse does a show. Walt asked Saul to look for other options. He wants to get Jesse arrested and keep him off the streets. Nothing serious, no real trouble, just a minor offense. Keep him in jail for 30 days, call it a day. And Walt's thinking that, hey, after them 30 days, tempers might cool and everything gonna be cool. And Saul says, you know what, I'll call my PI, we'll see what's happening. Just a brief scene. We just kind of get an insight into what Walt's mind is thinking as far as trying to handle this situation with Jesse, and the fact that he's even thinking about this at all. Like, he's so concerned about this Jesse situation that he goes to Saul to try to figure out, and to, like, we talked about fried ideas. If I'm Saul, I'm like, your idea is to get your partner thrown in jail for 30 days? Like, that's the best you came up with? Like, all of it, people got half-baked ideas this whole episode. So, what do we think about this scene in Saul's office?
I think, again, this just doesn't make sense. Walter, it's like, this is why we can't never feel bad for Walter fully, because it shows that there's like this emotional disconnect that he's just not gathering. I didn't say it earlier when him and Skylar were having a conversation, but I feel like he was trying to finesse that because he was definitely like trying to get, he was horny. You know what I mean? Like, oh, maybe I can, he's trying to get that off. It didn't work, but so here it's like, yeah. So it's this weird thing. It was like, oh, he'll cool up. No, you don't understand what type of anger this is. Because again, it makes me think in theory, Walt never lost anybody close to him, so he don't understand. That's why a later scene and a later season, I feel like that was the first time Walt, his reaction when, yeah.
My bad, man. I went, I'll keep my phone on D&D. I just happened to see the picture of the bike.
The bike?
Of what? Oh, the bike.
The bike that we supposed to picture Walt Jr. being in. Come on, man. It's out of pocket, bro.
Hey, let me keep going, man. I can't keep doing
My
this.
fault, man. My fault.
I can't.
Mo gotta go. Mo out of here. He gotta go.
Nah, but yeah, I think it's just, I don't know why he thought this was a good idea, But again, we'll figure out that Saul like end up running it up to the his man's, and his man's ran it up to his man. So, but yeah, I don't know why that was the train of thought he had, that he thought that would work, knowing that you are a felon like right now, like.
Who a felon?
Well, you ain't classified as a felon, but you're definitely going to get.
Yeah, you got shit going on where you shouldn't get locked up for. Right? Exactly, 100%. To piggyback off what you're saying in this scene, this is Walt trying to be the smartest person in the room, and you don't have to be at this point. Just like with Jesse, when I was saying in the scene with him in the pub, bro, you cook meth. You get paid $1.5 million a year to cook meth. I don't get paid to figure out situations as to my partner is from a while. Like, yeah, I brought him on. Yep, it was my recommendation. Yes, I understand that, but I'm doing my due justice by running this shit up the flagpole to Saul, which is my only complaint about this. At this point in time, before Mike came and talked, well, in the scene that we'll get to later, I didn't really understand the clergy system of what was going on with Saul, Mike, and Gus. I didn't understand, like we was talking to you earlier, Mo. I didn't understand that it was Saul, then Mike, then Gus. I thought it was Saul working for Mike, and then somewhere Gus played into the mix, but that ain't the case.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Saul reports to Mike, and we've seen that through other stuff that we know in this world. Mm-hmm. So Even though Walt doesn't know that, even though he ain't fully familiar with who Mike is until he come visit him later, my job here is to let Saul know, look, this is the problem that I'm dealing with. What I pay you for is to come up with solutions. I need a solution to him not going to do this. I'm not trying to figure it out. I'm not even coming up with the idea of, oh, maybe we should send him to jail, because that's not my job no more. My job is to go cook meth in the super lab, and that's it. So I'm bringing this to you. You do what you need to do with this information, but I'm letting you know I'm done with it. I'm gonna keep showing up to work. If y'all kill him, damn, that was my dog. But hey, we gotta get this money. Like it just it don't. His concern and trying to figure out the situation gives so much like white man privilege, like I said earlier.
It does.
It just gives like, bro, you doing too much. Just like I criticized Jesse at the conversation at the pub for doing too much, Walt doing too much right here. Like, you suggesting somebody should get locked up. You sound crazy right now. Thank you for the information. Go home to your wife and kids. We'll handle it from here.
Yeah, it is. That's pretty wild. You got to remember too, though, like the way he got Jesse in there is like on his own, like preconceived concept of I can keep him under the thumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
But man,
versus Gail.
look though, but here go the great thing about it, Mo. But now I can't.
No, I
Sorry.
can't.
What you gonna do? I still got the blue meth recipe. I still can go to the. I'm still gonna go cook up the shit and do what you need me to do. I'm sorry, I can't keep him under my control. And you know what? I really don't care what happened to him. That's what they wasn't clear about in this conversation where he's saying, "Oh, I want him locked up." You saying that, but you don't have a full aspect of what would happen to someone like Jesse if he did get locked up. So this is not you showing that you care about him like you think it is, versus, oh, if I do this, then they're gonna kill him. Like either way it goes, he in a terrible situation. If they kill him, if he go to jail, Jesse still like them little 6 months gonna probably kill him as well. He gonna go in there and then Lord knows what he gonna get into on some odd shit like Jesse a little nigga. So it's over with. It's over with regardless, bro. So you just go give the information to the people that need to have it, and you done with it.
Said everything I would say. Y'all both hit it. Like I don't. Hey, what are we doing? We get a quick scene with Jesse talking to Wendy at the hotel. He's giving her the play for his plan, telling her she can't say anything ever. Wants her to put it in the burgers. Sets things up for tomorrow. So Jesse is rolling on with his action. This is our first time seeing him, and of course, it's juxtaposed with Walt trying to save Jesse, but Jesse on his own. Quick scene, just following through with what he said he was going to do. Any thoughts on it?
I like how Jesse was defending her, which is a rarity, I feel like, in this space, but like he defended her earlier, where it's like, hey, let's keep in mind where you calling her a junkie. She was questioned by the cops for 3 hours and never said nothing. So you do got to put some respect on her name. Like,
not just the cops, your brother, your brother-in-law.
Your brother-in-law, yeah, like, so I thought that was, she is really like, again, a dope side character, regardless of what we agree or don't agree with. But
was that an intentional play on those words?
What?
A dope side character? Was that intentional?
I wish. I've been fired, but I mean, unconsciously, I still drop bars when I don't think about dropping bars. But yeah, it's a great scene. I think that I'm gonna next time we do this episode, I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole, get these color schemes, but they're in green, so I know that has a meaning. But maybe green is like for planning or like a plan going forward, because it seems like maybe that seems like to be a reoccurring thing every time we see green. But I'm going next time we get on the pod, listeners, take a shot, because I keep bringing up colors. Yeah, I'm going to have the like layout of what they mean or what they had in mind when they made the show. So, but I think the plan is a solid plan.
Nah, absolutely. We're gonna go to the next scene, which is obviously, like I said, the name say it's in our intro. It adds on to what we've been talking about this episode, with a lot of revelations are happening. I think this is, as I'm doing this rewatch, I remember my first time watching this show, and I remember first time getting to this episode, and I remember my first time watching this scene that we're about to discuss, and just being amazed and wowed, and just like, oh, Mike is that nigga. But then I realized the second time, I still feel the way, but I'm like, oh, I forgot this is the first time we really learned something about Mike. Like, we don't know anything about Mike. He's just this guy. We think he's a PI. I think Spike Lee, you just mentioned. We don't even know the dynamic between Gus, Saul, and Mike. You know what I mean? We meet Mike as somebody who's working for Saul. We don't know he connected. And of course, when you watch Better Call Saul, a lot of these dots get connected as well. But up until this point, Mike was the guy that came up, slapped Jesse around, cleaned up the spot when Jane died. Like, he's just a fixer. That's all we know. So we get a little bit of personal information, and we get a more humanized version of him. Because remember, Mike comes over here on his own. But let's get into the actual scene. Walt's at home with Holly. He gets a knock on the door. He opens it and sees Mike. He saw through the peephole. And of course, he's upset. What are you doing here? Don't ever come here without talking on the phone. And Mike, in only his Mike way, this isn't a phone talk, Walter. This isn't a phone talk. He acknowledges Holly, which once again humanizes him a little bit. Like, isn't she something? It lets you know I have a life outside of this. I have a granddaughter. I care about these things. Walt wants to know why he's there. Tells Walt, and this is some, once again, power dynamic, just being an alpha. I'm in your house and I'm telling you to sit down. You get what I'm saying? Like, take a seat, Walter. Like, I'm here to talk to you.
And I know ain't nobody here, and when your wife will be back. Mm-hmm. I got something to tell you. I've studied like, this shit, nigga.
Yeah, this is what I do, and I'm perfect. That's spot on. I spoke to Goodman about the plan, and I'm not gonna do it, and it's kind of tails into what we all been saying because it's moronic. You know what I mean? Saul said you've done this thing before. That's not the moronic part. Our boss won't like it, and once again, tying this together, Walt sitting there dumbfounded. Saul, he said, no, my boss. Your boss. Like, nigga, we all work for the same thing. If you ain't put this together yet, nigga, Gus is playing chess, not checkers. All this shit, everything in motion, all this shit is because of Gus. I'm here as a professional courtesy. No one knows I'm here. Our employer would find this out as always. Like, there's no point of even trying because Gus gonna find out and it's not gonna be good news. I don't understand why you risking all of this for a junkie. That kid's been on a bubble for a long time. It's only a matter of time. It's been a long time coming. And Walt still is not picking up anything that Mike is putting down. So we get one of the most infamous moments in Breaking Bad history, and I'd even dare to say primetime prestige television history. Mike, in the only way Mike could, figures out Walt's not picking it up, and he just says, you know what? I used to be a beat cop. And I used to take domestic violence calls. And there was one guy named Gordy. He would always beat this girl up. And me and my partner would pull her to the side. Come on, today's the day. You got to press charge. And she wouldn't. She was scared of him. And one night my partner's out sick. And it's just me. I get the call. I arrest him. And I'm taking him down like we always do. Because we can't really do anything but put him in the drunk tank and let him out. And as I'm taking him down this one night, he's back in the back seat humming Danny Boy. And it just rubs me wrong. So instead of making a left, I made a right. We drive in the middle of nowhere. I get him out the car, put a gun in his mouth and told him, this is it. This is how it ends. And he's using the bathroom on himself and he's crying and he's swearing up and down, I'm never going to touch her again. And, it was just a warning, of course. And 2 weeks later, he kills her, of course. Moral of the story is, I chose a half measure when I should have gone all the way. I'll never make that mistake again. No more half measures, Walter. And he gets up and leaves. And before I turn it over to you, brothers, I don't know if it's the therapy or what. It's just fascinating to me when you look at a character like Mike and you look at it from the landscape of we don't know much about him. So we got a lot of information all at once. And if you sit down and once you get over the great acting, you get over the storytelling, you sit there and look at this older man and you say, that one moment in your life changed everything that you do. It changed how you completely operate. That was the moment in your life you say, I would never make that mistake again. Nigga, I don't care what's got to be done. And we all have those moments as humans. Obviously, they might not be that drastic, but everybody, I think, has a point where you just like, never again. You know what I mean? Phil Leotardo. Remember Phil Leotardo at the end when he was talking about their family name?
Yeah, Leonardo.
And he was like, no more. Like, you know what I mean? No more. Like, that was just like one of those, like, bruh, hell nah, nigga. If I'm going to do anything in my life, I'm going to do it my way. So I'm going to hand it over to you. This is just, it's hard to even do the scene justice, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I want to hear y'all thoughts on this.
Hey, that's another week in a book conversation. Y'all should pin that as far as like 3 scenarios, experiences that altered your whole character. Like, cause that right there, what you just said, you bodied that. Like, that is perfect, especially for this being a television show. So, well, go ahead, Spike.
I agree with what you said, Mo. That definitely is. That was. I thought about that initially too when he said
I'll
that.
send it in text for y'all. So,
Great. To the context of this show, though, to the name that we selected, this scene being on the short list of driving the namesake of this show to what we select. This was so good. This was peak, prime, almost. We can commentate around it. We can give our observations, but it ain't critiquable. Like this was perfect. Ain't no notes on this scene. Mike came in like what you said, Rich, and he goes from this mysterious character to like, oh no, this is somebody we should be paying attention to. And I didn't even it lays out a whole nother landscape of what's going on versus what we think is going on as a viewer. This is where the show starts to get deep and starts to dig into different levels. Because up until now, like we said before, we thinking, okay, it's Saul, Mike worked for Saul, and then some kind of way Gus is connected. Like, no, 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 no. Now, you, Walter, you would have had dinner last week that did a good thing with dropping the crumb for that. You would have had dinner last week. You know who you work for. You understand what's going on. And now I'm coming this week to tell you, like, look, everything matters. All the pieces matter. Shout out to The Wire. You trying to kill some random motherfuckers because they killed this dude over this dude. Like, I got something to do with that. You can't operate on your own no more. And Mike being the person going to say that without the direction of Gus made this scene even that much better for him to express it. Be like, look, bro, I ain't even here on no business shit. I'm here on some like just like I just want to let you
Professional
know.
courtesy,
Like,
bro.
yeah, I'm letting you know what you're into. And at the same time, which makes it so good, I'm letting the viewers know that everything that you thought up until this point is deeper than rap. It ain't just that. This is some other shit that we doing. Where everything, like even Gus questioning the reason that you want Jesse around makes sense now because of everything that Gus got going on. Like you start to like in real time. I still remember this episode specifically as one of the episodes where I was like, "Oh shit, this is one of them one." Like this. I got it. I understood it earlier. There are good episodes before this, but specifically some scenes in this episode made you start to understand the world that Vince was building here. And you like, oh no. Like I remember specifically hitting play after this went off on the next episode. There's no way I could have stopped after this one. And this scene was a part of the reason because now I'm invested in Mike. Like, what is he talking about? What is this whole backstory that he got? Like, everything just got way more interesting with this scene. And it's very rare that you're able to do that in a series where it's one scene that makes everything so much more interesting.
1,000%.
yeah, Jonathan Banks. You talk about a person that, like, wasn't like known as like one of the biggest stars on television, and he gets this opportunity at his older age. When he gets to this scene, the way he internalized it, it's like, y'all seen the movie Fences, right?
Yeah. Seen the play in the movie.
All right. And the play, okay. It's like my wife don't like it, my sister don't like it because it's so heavy dialogue more than anything else. But I'm a person, I like dialogue driven movies when they are really like trying to encapsulate a world through the dialogue. What Jonathan Banks did here, like the way he internalized, there's these moments he's kind of looking around, taking it in, kind of subtle laughing, but not really. Like the way he internalized it, this is those moments where you feel like, oh, I'm not watching the show, I'm in the room. And this is what we talk about with Breaking Bad. Spike was just saying it. Like, we keep doing this hit the gas, hit the brakes type thing. What they did so well in this, and we'll speak to it later in our rankings, is even in the moments that weren't so action packed, but move the plot forward, they made us care. And that's kind of the the give and take with Breaking Bad. When they stop making us care, just give us some shit versus making us care and making it interesting. So this scene by far, shout out to the brothers for coming up with the name No More Half Measures. It's our namesake, this skit. If y'all only watch this on YouTube, y'all listen to our podcast intro after the cold open. Check out what we did with that. But man, what a wonderful scene. This shit was fire. Like straight
it's incredible. Up. So when Spike was talking about he remembers pressing play on the next episode, I remember my first time watching this. I remember where I was. I remember my first time seeing it. I remember rewinding that scene immediately because I wasn't watching it in real time on AMC. And I remember rewinding it because I couldn't believe it because of everything y'all brothers just said. And like I said, the acting there. And Mike is, once again, it works 10 times better. It would have worked no matter what, but it works 10 times better because we didn't know shit about Mike.
Yep.
But what you do know about Mike is a man of few words, and he's not here to bullshit. And to like you mentioned, Spike Lee, we know Mike is also loyal. Like he's a soldier. I'm gonna do what I told. Like it's as simple as that. You pay me to do a job, I'm gonna do a job. You find out more about that in Better Call Saul. So the fact that I took time out of my day, now I'm being an OG because I don't have to do this. But I see what's going on here, and I just want to let you know I got a ton of game. This probably might be the first or second time in my this style of life in this phase of my career doing this. But I want to let you know and save you from yourself. And if you don't understand, let me tell you the story so you can figure it out on your own. Just an incredible scene, and you believe him.
Oh man!
When he said I'll never make that mistake again, you believe him.
And then when you get the backstory in Better Call Saul. Yeah, bro. It all lines up perfectly.
Mike is one of my favorite TV characters of all time. I think I've said this earlier when we were covering the series. When you watch Better Call Saul, it's almost a little annoying how perfect Mike is. Mike is a perfect character. Seriously. There's not one thing that, the same way we talk about, Jesse, what are you doing coming here talking to me about killing these things when we make 1.5, when you talk about Walt trying to do all the nasty, disgusting things that he does, Ted, all these characters, Saul, everybody you can question that decision. There's not one thing that Mike does primarily that you just that was crazy. What was he thinking? He's always ahead of it. It's almost like, bro, you too good. Shit don't make no sense.
Do you think it's how he's written or you think it's how Jonathan Banks plays it?
I think it's both. I think he takes that character a certain way, yeah. He's written great, but he moves like I said, there's something about believability. When you don't have to say much, I just met you. For us as an audience, I look at this as we just met him, and I believe you, my nigga. I believe you. I believe this story. I believe that if you had a second chance to do it, you would have blown this nigga head off. I believe that every opportunity you had since then. I believe you.
Even the small things like the lip quiver and him processing the information as he's telling the story. It seemed so realistic. It was like a Wire moment almost.
Yeah, it really was.
We always talk about the Wire feels so realistic. This is one of the moments in Breaking Bad where he talking to Jonathan Banks. He's like, oh shit. No, I gotta know more. There has to be more of this character.
This is what got him into the spinoff. I guarantee you.
This is 1,000,000%. And I don't think he wasn't nominated for any Emmys after this. He did win some. He wasn't nominated for this, but he did win after this for some appearances that he had in Breaking Bad. But even in this particular scene, when we're
the actor that plays Better Call Saul, he didn't get any awards.
You mean the dude to play Mike?
No, that plays Saul. Because I know that's.
I don't know if he got any awards.
Bob Odenkirk. I know that was an argument online. How did they not do it? So you're saying that Jonathan Banks did get an Emmy?
He did later on, not for this.
Well, I'm saying, but even in Better Call Saul, Bob Odenkirk did not.
I didn't know that. But yeah, Jonathan Banks definitely did though. Okay, he got some supporting actor Emmys.
Different category versus lead.
Supporting actor versus lead.
Okay.
But yeah, man, this shit was perfect, bro. Not to be the dead horse.
And then going out his way, just that little side, him going out his way, because this ain't a Mike trait. He ain't going out.
For Walt. You know what I'm saying? I'm going out of my way for you. You the nigga that I came when the pizza was on your roof. And you was doing all this weird shit, and these niggas was gonna kill you with the X. I'm going out of my way for you.
And he whacked him for him. Well, not for him, but for his boss. But Yeah,
Come
like,
on, bro.
but him going out his way, my boss don't even know I'm here. I'm telling you right now, you got to cash that check, bro. Like,
And
ain't
I don't even
no,
do shit like
Shit was
that.
fire.
yeah,
That shit was fire.
I don't even do shit like that.
that's what I'm saying,
But that
bro.
also lets you know, and it might, and we'll talk about this when we get later. I don't think Walt might have realized it in the moment, but it might
That's the
also
that
go
that's
ahead.
another great thing about the scene. I didn't mean to cut you off. Walt don't even understand it like we do as viewers. He don't even get it. He's so up on his high horse as to who he is as Walt. And I got this connection. And I just had dinner with Gus. And, I brought Jesse and like Walt thinking he's still that nigga in the sense of you coming and paying me this courtesy doesn't mean anything to me because I'm so ignorant. I don't even understand this. That's another thing that makes it great for us as viewers. We looking at Walt and we like, bro, he putting you on game right now. And Walt was still sitting there like, well, I mean, I guess. Like, what are you doing in my house? Like, all that. Like, man, nigga, listen to what I'm telling you right now. So it was also great by Bryan Cranston playing it in this scene. It's like he was completely oblivious to what the game was that was being laid on him.
Yeah. This episode is so stamped and iconic that at the end of the series, Aaron Paul and Bryan Cranston got Breaking Bad tattoos, and Aaron Paul's was no half measures. That's what he got tattooed on him.
So he got to listen to the pod.
Yeah, Aaron, Walt or Bryan Cranston, he was so inspired by this scene from Jonathan Banks that he played a similar type of character and kind of told a similar story in the movie. I got to look it up which one, but he said directly this was a damn, what movie was that? He said directly he was inspired to do that role because of Jonathan Banks' scene here. And I'm sure just being his scene partner, he actually felt it. Because like y'all said,
Yeah,
Quiver,
bro.
you believe that you don't think that's acting. You think that Mike is
Oh my
literally when
god,
they
like,
say when niggas say it felt like yesterday, you can see that in his brain he's seeing all of this and like it's almost like an out of body
bruh,
experience. Like he can see it. Like I see that day where
bro.
my life changed.
Like he got the eyes ain't watery, but they're like in that emotional realm. He do the
Glossed
look.
over.
He has that, yeah, glossed over. He has the little sucking teeth moment, like you know what I mean, like, bruh. I couldn't imagine being there in the scene and action and seeing dude and like I'm Walt right now, but I'm Brian and I'm looking at my acting scene partner and seeing him go through it. He's doing the body gestures and everything and like and he's telling the story as if I don't know this is in the script. Like I'm
Yeah, it's
so
for real for me.
man, bro.
It's one of them this felt like a real life conversation that you having with your homeboy, and he
Bro.
telling you some shit that you wasn't expecting. You got the blunt or the bottle, and you like, bro,
Yeah.
you want to hit this,
You're like,
like,
whoa.
because you don't know what else to
You
say.
might be like, hold up.
Yeah, like here,
Yeah.
hit
Like,
this real
ask,
quick.
hold on. Let me
You know what
ask
I'm
you
saying?
something. What?
Hit this real quick. Yeah, let me pour you another shot, bro.
It's like, all right, bro,
10
hold
out
on.
of,
Let me get this together, cause, bro, I gotta hear
Yeah,
this.
10 out of 10 no notes, man. Like literally, I can talk
Facts.
about this scene all day. It's just perfect. It's a perfect scene,
Mm-hmm.
and it holds up. Like you can pull this up on YouTube right now, watch that scene, and you still get the chills. You still just realize how dope this is. So incredible job by everybody involved. The show was called Sneaky Pete. Is when he played. It was a TV series, but he played a cop and he told a story like he almost murdered a dude, and it was inspired by. He wasn't a series regular. It was just like a guest
it's on
appearance, but he was
Netflix.
inspired by this. Yeah. So just shout out to everybody involved, man, and I don't know, man. Just one of those perfect moments. Like sometimes you can't plan it. You just get a perfect moment, perfect scene. Like I would have loved to be on that set or be Vince Gilligan after seeing that and be like, "Yo, we got one." Like you know what I mean? That's like hearing Mike record. Well, nah, let me not go all the way there. But when somebody's just in the booth and they drop something crazy, and you just know from the first time you hear it, oh, you got one.
Oh, I've been there.
This shit might go up. Like, you know what I mean?
I've been there. I heard my sister get it off, and I was like, ah, damn, she already got us, bro. Like we gonna do our thing, but like the way she just did that, nah.
Yeah. So,
That's fine.
anything else to say before we go to the next scene?
Nah.
All right, we got another very good scene. Jesse's out on the block. He's with Wendy. Doesn't understand why he doesn't see the two dealers, They're not around. They're not cruising. Today is the day. I got the burgers. I got the rice, and we try to make shit pop. Mike and Victor pull up, and Mike tells Jesse, man, I need you to come with me. Oh, girl, you can take a walk, Wendy. I need you to come with me. Jesse gets in the car with Mike and Victor. And we take them to a location that looks familiar. Uh, Once again, another great Mike moment, right? So just telling you about his character. Jesse's in the car and he looks at Mike and said, "Where are we going?" And Mike just gave that nigga like, "I'm disgusted. I even got to sit next to you." Like doesn't answer him. Like literally just looks at him and goes back to looking out the window. Like, bruh, I'm not here to answer your questions or do any of that shit, man. Like I said, it's little subtle things about that character. As Jesse walks up to the trailer, he sees the Aztec and he knows that's Walt's car. He walks in the trailer and he sees Gus, Walt, and the two dealers at the table. Gus is setting up a truce. There is blame for both sides for what happened. This gets settled right here and right now, and Jesse is mad at Walt for snitching and telling. As soon as he says this, Gus exerts his own dominance. He tells the dealers to wait outside and gives Jesse a talking to. Walt is the only friend you have here. He's the only person looking out for you. If I didn't respect that man, this would be going down a whole different way. And then when Jesse looks at Walt, he hits him with the "Don't look at him, look at me." Once again, exerting that dominance. We ain't really never seen Gus get bucked or raise his voice like that. And even Walt was sitting there like, "Oh shit." You know what I'm saying? It's like when your sibling get in trouble and then, one of your parents raise their voice so much, you sharpen up. Like, shit, this ain't even about me, but I'm on top of it. My men's gonna come back inside. You're gonna shake their hands, and that's gonna be the end of this. And Jesse said, "Hell nah, man. They use kids for their killings. I don't respect this." He looks at Walt like, "You cool with this? You cool with them using kids? You cool with working for this organization?" Gus tells Mike to bring the dealers back in, and he tells them no more children. Tells Jesse to keep the peace, and they shake hands in that room. Walt is taking Jesse home or back to his car. He's giving him a speech about his actions, pretty much telling him, "Listen, man, your actions have effects on everybody." Kind of like Spike Lee said, bro. We are multi-millionaires at this point, bro. You can't just be running the streets. You can't be on fucking hood blocks trying to poison niggas with rice, and we supposed to be in the lab. Like, none of this shit makes sense, bro. You gotta let this shit go. We just had the big dog meeting. You just met him. You wanted to meet him, you met him. These niggas ain't playing, bro. Let this shit go or you gonna end up got. That's pretty much what he kind of told him. Jesse ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Gets out the car without speaking to Walt and skirts off. Fellas, what do we think about the truce meeting? The ambush on Jesse, as he might think.
I thought it was good. I mean, it's an interesting way to make that connection for Jesse to meet the plug. You know what I mean? To meet the face of the company. So that was interesting. Seeing the drug deal, see how this whole interaction is going to go. And then honestly, I really like Jesse standing on business, on his morals. I mean, again, I'm not saying these people in this world are the most moral people, because obviously we know they're not. But I think it was interesting that he was just like, "Nah, I'm not good with it." Like, they use children, and it was a kid that killed my boy and happens to be my girl's little brother. I do got a question about that, but I may can save it for a later thing, because I'm sure Rich might have the same question.
What you got, Spike?
Another one of those scenes in this episode where building in this world makes a lot of sense. As you said, Jesse now gets to see the full scope of everything that's going on and who he works for and what this is. Why you just can't go give somebody rice and who's serving y'all product on this block, because no, they don't work for y'all. They ain't serving y'all product. They serving your boss product. And everything that happens in that whole ecosystem affects your boss. So now you got to go have a conversation because you're trying to disrupt this whole supply line. I think it was really good in adding stakes. What this episode is really good for, why we call it what we call it, why it's our namesake, why this scene, just like the Mike scene, was really great. It added stakes to the world. And that's a problem that we have with this show as we're watching it that we didn't have with The Sopranos when we did No More Half Measures, because the stakes were added kind of naturally. We got that. We understood Tony Soprano. We were in his world kind of. We liked it. So we got when the stakes were added. Here is the first time where I'm seeing stakes being added to this series, and we're reviewing this as podcasts, and it's like, oh shit, this not only means this, but now I'm starting to remember the other things. It means this, and this.
Yeah.
They don't do a good job of that in this series, primarily up until this episode. There are moments. Yes, there are moments, but this particular episode is the one where you like, oh, there's so much more going on here that I can't wait to dive into the rest. I remember watching again this in real time, and we'll get to it with the rankings and some other stuff later. But this scene in particular, where he's talking to Jesse, he's having these conversations, he's saying, okay, this is gonna happen, this ain't gonna happen. Walt sitting there silent. You're understanding more dynamics of this world, and that's what this world needed. That's what we complained about. Like it ain't got enough dynamics. Like I don't give
Yeah,
a fuck
for
about
sure.
just Jesse and Walt. Now the dynamics are being added. Like you got another crew here. You got Gus here. You got Mike here. You got Saul here. You got Jesse, and you still got Walt. Like there's so many more dynamics added just by the stuff that's happening in these last two scenes. Perfectly done.
This shit bigger than Nino Brown.
Facts.
Shit bigger than Nino Brown, man. You got anything else to say, Mo?
No, I think that's it. I do like it though. I'm glad that they took that precaution, and I believe Gus. This was I will say this was great writing and great delivery from Giancarlo Esposito, because we're gonna see him really get that dog out. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna show you really I'm a real gangster on some Marvin. You know what I mean? Marvin Thomas vibes. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think the opening episode of season 4. I remember that shit.
Oh yeah,
Shit.
yeah. So, yeah. So this was like a good way to kind of start building his trajectory on what's going to be a big reveal for a character trait of Gus. You know what I mean? We think he's just this kind of businessman that is smooth, cool, level-headed, but he does have triggers like anybody. So I think this is a good way to get him, because he looked like he was really pissed. He's just like, bruh, a Raising Kanan reference, but like when Stefano got the little country dude from Memphis out of there, you know what I mean? It's just like, that's how I feel. Like he wanted to take that approach with Jesse, but it was only because of Walt. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it interesting to see when we see the rift that's going to happen. It makes me curious to see what's the exact reason they got us there. Just because, again, this is the first rewatch for me. So, but great scene. Like he played that so well. Like that anger where he looked like, Nick, if you don't, like he had that type of, I really want to whack you, but
yeah, because it's what all y'all just built up. Like this is I'm running all this shit, bruh. Like, I'm responsible for the hit on the cartel, lieutenant or whatever, man. I got his whole shit blocked out. Blocked the work from going in. And I have to take time running this multi-million industry and this operation. I got to take time out of my day to meet with Jesse? And this nigga talking back? Are you fucking serious? I don't even need you, bruh. But I need to do what you fuck with. Like, you so protected. And that's what make it crazy. Like, I can understand Gus's frustration because I don't do this. It's almost like Ari. There's an episode of Entourage in season 1 when Ari and E go out for dinner. It was their first time. It was like early season 1. And that nigga Ari, like, E was talking some shit. Ari was like, I don't do this. I don't sit here and talk to people like you. Like, nigga, I'm above this, nigga. Like, you don't understand this. To you, this is a big deal. For me, this is an embarrassment. That people are going to see me in public with you. Like, know who the fuck it is that you're talking to and what the stakes are here. And I love that aspect of it from Gus because I'm sure that's going through his head. But so what's so cool about it is the character's so disciplined that he doesn't show that type of emotion.
Yeah.
But I know that's what he's thinking.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be fucking kidding me. You got to be fucking kidding me.
Like John Sacamone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have that discipline.
Like, what you mean? No, either I'm pussy or you really dumb. It's one of the two, and I know I ain't pussy. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna chalk this up to Jesse. You just being an idiot, not knowing what kind of scenario this is. We go to the hospital, and Maria's giving Walt a bath. Giving Hank a bath. And Hank tells her to let the people who get paid to do this, and she said they do a lousy job. Hank said he ain't leaving until she's well, and Marie starts working some magic. And Hank a scary ass nigga. Scary ass. What you doing?
No, you're not. No, you're not.
What you doing?
Another Spike Lee theory.
He just hiding that from his wife. He don't want her to know.
What are you doing? What if somebody?
Oh, he
Heard
trying to play it down. I like your scheme. I like that.
He ain't beating them nasty allegations in my camp, bro. That nigga nasty.
Hey, he got.
What if
Nasty,
somebody walks in? What if somebody walks in? She's like, I don't care if nobody walk in.
He nasty, bro. You paralyzed, bro. You like he knew. I ain't even gonna get into the deep dive of this, but he knew. He just still had to have it though. Like he knew he was gonna lose that bet because he a nasty dude.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I like
only Spike Lou. Only Spike Lou will take it.
I give you so much, but I don't think that. But that's hilarious. I don't think that with him. I think he legitimately because she. Now, the funny part is she did what like we see a lot of women to do. Like, oh, you like these nurses giving you these baths. It's like, bro, my legs don't even work. Like, why? Like, why I had to beat me on some cheat stuff? My legs don't even work, bro. So that was a funny little nod in there, but her like giving him like the real job, like
look, you right, Mo, but she know who she married. She know her man. She know he a nasty dude. She know. I'm telling you, she know he was getting.
Okay, wait. So hold on. Baths. So you think that
he was getting off to these nurse baths? She know he wanted it, and he probably was getting.
And that's why he let her steal.
Nurse bath. Come on, bro. Hank nasty, bro.
That's why he let her steal.
Nasty.
She
dude.
let her be nasty.
He know who she. Look, listen. Hank know what he get from them sponge baths from the nurses, and it get him a little bit there. But he also know what he get from Marie too. That's why he with her. And we talked about them skeletons in the graveyard with her and Skylar. They know how to put it down.
I don't know.
He missed that. He missed that. He was
do Marie got Skylar? Because I don't know. Like they
right there together.
I told you. Like, well, who's the older? Did we ever find out who's the older sister? Did we ever confirm that?
I think it's Marie.
I always thought it was Marie.
I don't think we ever did.
But I remember Rich was saying that he thought it was the other way, right?
I believe early we did.
That family got talent. That family has talent.
Because I said, listen, if Skylar's the younger sister, you best believe Marie, she's competitive, and she took it all the way there.
Hey, generational talent. That family got generational talent.
Yeah, you gotta lock in, man.
Facts.
Skylar's older. Skylar's older.
She said a minute.
She's about 6 years older than Marie.
Okay, y'all gotta stop. God, see, this
Marie
is what
all the tricks.
This is what hurts the lure of Breaking Bad. No freaking way is Marie 6 years younger than Skylar. Like that don't even make sense, bro. Like maybe I'll give you at most 3. If she's older, I'll give you 3 at the most. That's for me. Like, okay, Skylar is if Walt is 50, Skylar, what's the age difference? Was it 12 years?
Like 37, 38.
Okay, 30. So she's 37, 38. I give Marie 34, 35. I can't give her, she's 32. Like, come on, bro.
And Hank is definitely the same age as Walt.
Damn, that's
gotta
crazy.
be.
That's even more insane. Because now you
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, Spike got something.
Hold on. Actually, it might be what you said, Mo.
What?
It's saying Marie was born in 73 and she's 35 in season 1. And I think we were correct. Skylar was 38. So it is about 3 years.
Okay, that tracks a little bit more. I can see
and
that.
Listen,
let's see.
I wonder how old.
Hey, listen. Whatever the maiden name for Marie and Skylar is, they some legends wherever they from.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Who would have thought you?
Homecoming night, coming home. All the little school dances, prom. They went crazy.
They went crazy.
What?
After prom, nigga. The after prom was really what it was.
Listen, they might have had a room with a door split.
That nigga told her you got a minute. She said, "What?" Like that's plenty of time. Like, come on, bro.
Hit him with the Clay Davis.
Yeah,
they professionals.
Hey, listen.
Anytime a chick hits you with shout out to Ashley Jackson. I'm bringing it up again. A chick hits you with the left-handed, I'm gonna get you off on your birthday. She's a professional.
But she hit him.
do this.
She hit him with the right. She hit him with the right though.
No, I know Marie hit him with the right. Because Marie was trying to prove a point. She
Okay.
went to she got
She
in
went to
her
the
bag.
dominant. Yeah.
Skylar wasn't even in her bag. She was with the left. I'm reading.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
Oh,
eBay.
hey,
Like
listen.
I'm so cold. I know I can do this. This is like Jordan playing with one hand tied behind his back. That's what
Yeah,
Skylar was on.
yeah.
Shooting
Marie
free
was on
throws with the
her.
eyes closed.
Yeah, Marie
Yeah,
was on her.
exactly.
Oh, like I'm
Exactly.
finna show you. I'm finna show you paralyzed, don't want to leave, all that shit that you thought made a matter to me in my profession. Nah, I gets down. I gets down, bro.
Hey, and shout out to the selfless act. You know what I'm saying? You don't always get that all the time when you having a situation going on. You don't always get the like, well, what about me type thing. This was a selfless act. Like I'm gonna get you together,
Yeah.
and that's where it ends. Shout out to those people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
She,
get
I bet
it
you I'll
wasn't
get you
even
up
I'm
out
gonna
this
get you
hospital.
together. This was a I'm gonna make you a believer. Like after all this time, maybe if you didn't know, maybe if you had some speculations and you thought that it wasn't what it was, I'm finna show you. Paralyzed, not wanting to leave. I'm about to let you know what this is, what you dealing with.
Hey, he did a great job
Skylar and
because
Marie legends, man.
he looked like he really got one out, bro. Like shout out to him acting because there's because he looked like he really like oh shit.
He
He
used to
had
that meth head, man. He used to that meth motels. like
We
Right.
in that scene. We in that scene with Hank being wheeled out with all his possessions and
Yeah.
Marie having a look of satisfaction on her face. Any other thoughts besides Hank being with meth heads?
Nah.
All right. Jesse's with Andrea, and they're in bed. Timu Jane, and she gets a phone call from her grandma and gets some troubling news. We don't know what it is, but we know it's troubling. We pan over to the crime scene. We see Tomas is dead. Andrea is crying, and Jesse is distraught. Can't believe that this kid. And it was funny because the scene when Walt drops Jesse back with the car, the scene ends with Tomas riding his bike. It's kind of, I don't want to say poetic, but very intentional, of course. And the last time we see him, he's laid out on the ground, which, of course, Gus said no more kids. So they took their words into their own interpretation. It's a quick scene, fellas, but Tomas is no more. So the kid that killed Combo got his get back. What do we think?
I'm sorry. Timu Jane it's like it's not even Sheen Jane.
Hey,
I'm,
man.
I'm
Ashley
sorry.
Jackson-
Timu is don't get me wrong. I
Timu's
get
crazy.
down with Timu, but it was just anyway. All right.
Ashley Jackson, wild boy.
He is. That's why I'm like, let me get off him because I can't. I'm still processing. But man, forget Tomas, man. That's what you got, nigga. Like, niggas died.
Damn, nigga, 11.
Man, I don't care. Like you bodied somebody. You had it coming, my nigga. Like you cooked, bruh. Like I had no feelings towards it. Like you ain't like you shot somebody. You killed somebody. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different. You shot somebody to get prove something, but like, bro. And then also Jesse was on the crime scene with it. I don't like the idea that Jesse still wanted to keep going with the shit. I was hoping it was a flashback. I mean, I know we're not there and we'll get there, but I just seeing him pull up at this scene, it was just like the way it played out. But like, bro, I don't care about Tomas. He had it coming. My question I wanted to ask though, was this a call from Gus?
I mean, I don't think.
Because I could not figure this out.
The call
That's a
from
great
Gus to kill Tomas.
Yeah, like from the guys.
I don't.
Why would he do that? Why would Gus? do
Only
that?
because if he say no more kids, if you say no more kids, now you can't use Tomas, and Tomas knows
Right.
too much. So then now it's like, do you have to go ahead and whack him because he knows the whole
I don't even,
business?
but if I'm Gus, I don't even know, dude. I just know y'all using kids. Why would I instruct? him to
Well,
kill?
but even then he could say like, okay, you know this kid. How much of the business does this kid know?
It's Gus, right? I
You
agree
think
with
it's some
you. but
Stringer?
It's
You
Gus
think
having
it's
that.
some Stringer Wallace shit? Is what you saying? You
Yeah,
think
like
he put it out
on
there
something
on-
like, all right, well, no more kids. This is the business model now. How much does he know? He know a lot. We have this. We distribute this to him. We had him to shoot this dude. Blah blah blah. Then it's like, all right, he know too much. We gotta get him out of it because they could cut off any relationship with any of the kids. But again, if you let him go, what is he gonna say? How does that affect my business? No more half measures. Bow.
I'm gonna reference Entourage and Ari and E again. There's another moment in Entourage where E walks into Ari's office and says, "I want to talk to you about being Vince's manager." And the nigga Ari says, "Wait, I thought you were his manager, because there's no way I'd be dealing with you or talking to you in this sense if you were not." And I'm thinking the same thing with Gus. Like, there's no way that I'm ever gonna be discussing your day-to-day deals with y'all two low-level ass motherfuckers. My order is my order, but bruh, I'm not getting into the specifics. I'm just saying no more kids. However you want to take that. And it's funny because next episode we get into, I specifically remember a moment where Mike tells Walt, it's funny how words, people interpret what they hear. Like, words have their own way of interpretation. Like, maybe they took it as, oh, no more kids. Well, we're gonna take it amongst ourselves to protect everybody and just get him up out of here just so he can't say anything. I highly doubt Gus has enough time or care in his day to make sure he tells them, all right, get the hit done. Like, I don't see it. Not impossible. I just don't see it.
I'm in the middle of you two because on one hand, I agree with Rich in the sense of like, bro, I'm not dealing with this shit. Like, no more kids. Y'all niggas sell the dope. Y'all figure the shit out. I gave you my order. Y'all, I ain't got nothing else to do with it. You just do what I say. However, we've seen that Gus has been so multi-layered in a being a villain that he could think, okay, so what happens when I tell them no more kids and they have to get rid of the kid because I told them to get rid of the kid? And I know Jesse, someone who I don't want around, is going to react to that. And now when he reacts to that, I have the upper hand because Walt gonna have to say, like, there's a whole thing there in what we know of Gus as to where, yeah, he could have said this. But there's also a thing there is we looking at him like the kingpin and the boss was like, but this ain't got shit to do with me. That's why this is so good and why I think this episode stands out in this series because you don't know. You don't know if Gus was the person to be like, nah, kill the kid too. And once you kill the kid, I want to see what he gonna do because he a junkie and he reckless. And once he do what he gonna do, I get to make my move on Walt, who I really want, and I want his recipe. Or is it, I don't give a fuck about none of this, bro. I got bigger fish to fry because I'm dealing with the cartel, everything that I got going on with trying to build my business. If you kill the kid, if you get rid of the kid, it don't matter to me. You could see both sides of this as a viewer.
Yeah.
That's what make this series and the show great at this point.
Yeah.
Word to Marlo, either do it or don't, but I got shit to do.
I got shit to do.
I give a fuck about what this move is, bruh. I think that's a great answer. He probably didn't tell them, but he didn't give a fuck if they did it or not. Like, it is what it is, man. Remember he called them his trusted employees. So I think when you say that, whether it's a flex to Jesse, I do think anybody that works on him, he trusts that they're gonna make the right decision, and if not, they're gonna get handled.
Mm-hmm.
You just left this room, so you know what time it is. I don't think they would have flexed on Gus if Gus didn't have some kind of blessing on it, but I don't know if he directly told him. It's an interesting concept. That's a great question, Mo. Got anything else to say about the scene?
No.
Okay. Walt is at the lab, ready for work. Jesse is 42 minutes late, and Walt calls and leaves a voicemail for Jesse, telling him that he's starting without him. We see day turns into night. Walt is at home with the family watching Jeopardy. He answers a Walt Whitman question, which is, once again, we've heard Walt Whitman a few times. Major
He
part
answers
in
it
this
after
series.
answers it after Junior says the other dude is the beast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
That's
he wants to make it be known that now they got me fucked up. I'm still that dude. So
Man. Walt's a character. Oh,
disgusting.
Walt makes calls from the bathroom to Jesse with no answer. Calls back to back. Leaves a voicemail on the second call, trying to justify himself. I don't owe you an apology. And as they're getting ready for dinner, or as dinner's served, Walt sees and hears on the news that 11-year-old Tomas was killed. He starts to put two and two together. Even Skylar says, "Yo, I don't mean to cut it off, but they've been playing that all day." So this has been news that's been going on, and Walt abruptly has to leave and say, I got to go right now. Once again, it's kind of the build up into our final scene. Any thoughts on this as Walt's with his family, trying to reach Jesse, can't get a hold of him, and then sees the news about Tomas?
I think the Jeopardy play was a subtle play into this scene for how we were to perceive Walt as viewers. In the sense of as soon as Walt Jr. was like, "Oh, he killing it. He know all the answers." Walt automatically goes into this mode of like, "Well, he ain't smarter than me." And then we see Walt making these calls to Jesse because he ain't heard from him, doing all these things on the same tip of, well, he ain't smarter than me. Because remember, Jesse, I explained this to you. This is how it's supposed to go when you didn't show up for work. You were supposed to process what I was saying to you on that drive home and from then until now and show up and be good with it because I can explain shit. I'm the smart person. You need to listen to the smart person. It was great that they added that the Jeopardy thing was like it was just like partially gonna say it was perfect because it got us in the mode for the type of time that Walt was on.
It's a great pool. I don't
Yeah,
even know if I thought of it like that, but that's a great pool.
it is. Yeah.
Fellas, we get to the final scene of the episode. Um, Another one of those. I remember watching this for the first time. I remember the build up. I remember the tension. Jesse has some meth, and that's a real important. Once again, going into the theme of a lot of stuff is now being unveiled. This is the first time this entire season and the penultimate episode that Jesse is actually using. So remember, he's been clean since Jane's death. You know what I mean? He hasn't slipped or anything like that, even though he's been dealing on the side and cooking. But we see him take some mess so he can get ready to do the do. He's prepared to take on those dealers who killed Combo and Tomas. And there's this dramatic, intense scene of Jesse seeing their car pull up. And then he gets out with his gun. The two of them see Jesse start walking, so they get out with their gun. They tooled up. A collision course is underway. And for real, as you see like the music and you see the slow motion effect, you really think like, oh shit, Jesse about to be up out of here. Like there's only one way for this to go. You have no idea how anybody's gonna get out of this, and all of a sudden, the Aztec comes pulling up and violently, and I kind of think that's what makes the impact on the scene, violently runs over these two dudes. One dude, his leg is all twisted up. He's reaching for his gun. Walt gets out the car with no hesitation, picks up the gun, shoots him in the head, and of course delivers the infamous line, "Run," before the episode cuts off. It's funny because the episode originally didn't have anything, and I think Vince Gilligan decided like I want some kind of dramatic effect to end the episode, and that's where the run came from. But fellas, an ultimate oh shit moment in Breaking Bad, a point of no return. This moment changes everything when you really sit down and think about it. You think about what happens in the finale and the events of season 4. What are your thoughts?
I don't. I look forward to seeing what that means because I don't recall, but I think this feels. I
Well,
mean,
real quick,
yeah.
I'll just say this. Earlier in this episode, we have a moment where the meeting happens in the trailer, and Gus specifically says, the only reason you're here is because of the respect I have for this man in reference to Walt. This moment, that relationship, never gonna be the same. And at the end of next episode, the clock starts ticking.
Yeah.
But everything starts here at this moment. When Walt made that decision that I'm riding with Jesse, even though Mike came to my crib as a professional courtesy, told me no more half measures. He told me that the kid's been on the bubble for a while, that it's been a long time coming, and I still chose that other side. There's no more coming back from that. So it'll unveil itself, but I definitely remember that. This is the official point where Walt, oh, you chose your side. Okay, bet.
What side do you think Walt chose?
I'm
Either
bigger
one
than
of
the
y'all.
program. I'm bigger than the program.
So
Uh,
Walt feel like he can save. My bad. Go ahead.
no, I'm thinking you good.
I think Walt feels that, and here's what
It,
I was going to mention earlier: the conversation with Mike. Mike coming into his crib. We don't see it on camera, but if I'm Walt, that meeting in itself tells me I got juice. I got juice. If this
So
man comes over, go ahead.
I have juice. Mike came and told me this story. We've had the meeting. Gus pulled everybody together based off what I said. And now, in this last scene of the episode, what I choose to do, being in those good standings, is run over the two dudes who are going to kill the junkie that I vouched for after he did all of this with me, agreed to it, said he wasn't going to do it, but still went and did it. So I'm wondering, as viewers from YouTube, what line did what declaration was Walt making in running over those two dudes?
That you can't do this without me. I'm untouchable, nigga. I can do what I want, and I'm gonna do it without impunity. Walt's the star quarterback in the small town in Texas.
Facts.
I can do whatever the fuck I want to, and y'all need me. Remember, we talk about it all the time. You can do whatever the fuck you want to if you're talented enough. If you a bum and you replaceable, you can get fired or even worse. Nigga, I can do this.
What do y'all think Walt gets this? Does he get this information from the meeting that they have and him telling?
I think it's the Mike.
Telling Jesse.
It's the Mike moment. With the fact that you took your time out of your day to come here unannounced by yourself without anybody telling me lets me know how important I am. Because you wouldn't do this for a piss on me.
How serious the situation is.
Yeah. Starts to make more sense now that y'all saying that. Because I get the Mike moment and I get the moment as to where I call Gus, let him know what's going on. He holds this big meeting, lets Jesse know that I'm the reason that he's the person that's important in this room. All right, so boom, I understand.
And let me be clear. Let me be clear. I have to think of it like that way. Think of it that way because this makes zero fucking sense for Walt to do this.
Okay.
I know you get the Jesse aspect of it. You get the Jesse aspect of it, but once again, as we said all this entire episode, Spike, I think you said it the best. Hey, bruh, I did what I could. I told you what it was. You decided to go against it. My bad, bro. I'm gonna miss you, my dog. But you chose that side. There's no reason that Walt had to step in and insert himself in this. This easily could have been handled because them dudes was 2-on-1. It was about to up the tool on them, and Jesse would have been out of there. You chose to leave your dinner, the same family that you pleaded to have dinner with 7 nights a week. You drove in the middle of the night, ran to that block, and you decided to commit vehicular homicide.
Why?
And for good measure, put a bullet in the head. Exactly. Because of the things I said, that's the only thing that seems rational. That's why I have to believe that as a viewer of this show. I have to believe it. Because there's no other reason that makes sense, bruh. There's no reason why you should be doing this dumb shit. Like, it's asinine. It's insane. Especially when we get to next week's episode. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Mike just came over and told you, we got a good thing going. Why you gonna throw it away for this junkie? The fuck are you doing? You smart, bro. It makes no sense. So I gotta construct these theories in my head to make it make sense.
Right.
You running them over with your car, my nigga?
Your regular car. Not even, I ain't getting a rental. I ain't getting like this. This is my everyday joint. I'm pulling up to the scene and running over niggas in my everyday joint. Come on.
You don't even fuck with Jesse. Like, this is the same nigga you was telling him, like, why the fuck are you telling me about your plan?
I wouldn't even have a beer with you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have a beer.
He was dying to say, I own you, nigga.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't make you get. This is all in the same episode. How do we get to you saying I'm gonna rush at 70 miles an hour and kill these two dudes that I know work for my boss that I know don't be on no bullshit? And then soon,
and that's the thing that baffles me about this, how this is written, this episode, these characters, but it also makes it gravely interesting in the sense of why would you do that? Because they could have killed Jesse and you could have went on about your regular life making the same money and would have been fine. What's your connection to Jesse? Like, why are you trying to keep him alive? He's already shown you that, bro, I ain't on that type of time. I'm out here wilding. I'm doing whatever. I'm riding for combo. Okay, cool. You riding for combo, bro. That's great. I'm glad for you and the whole campaign that y'all got going on, but that ain't me. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But at the end of the episode, I'm running over niggas because they talking about killing you. That's crazy to me.
And you
Yeah.
know what it is? And you know what it is? And spoiler alert for The Wire. Like, I'm going to tell y'all right now, fast forward the next 60 to 90 seconds. Spoiler alert for The Wire. They in a world they don't understand. Even Avon knew, look, that's my man's, but I got to let this happen. That's on him. That's his
The
day.
brother moves on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's your day. Like, I can't, as much as I want to stop this, as much as we grew up as kids, stealing
But that's what I'm
sets and all this
saying
other
though.
shit, I
Who
gotta let
who
it
said
happen.
that? Who said that? Cause still Walt was trying to insert himself into the situation where I can't let this happen.
That's what I'm
As to where
saying.
Avon was like, I gotta let this happen.
Because Avon know that's how the game is played.
That's
Like
right.
Walt don't know that. That's why I'm saying it
Facts.
doesn't make sense. You got to make that decision. Like this is, and the reason I bring up that comparison is because that's my man's. When you look at The Wire, hey, that's my man's. That's my brother. That's family. Jesse's some motherfucking high school student that you flunked and you think he a junkie. Why are you putting it all on the line to save him? When and you got somebody like Avon that looks at it from the holistic point and say, "Damn, as fucked up as this is, that's on you, bruh. Walt should have just looked at Jet. That's on you. If that's what you want to do, bruh. After all, I told Gus specifically so we can have a meeting so you to stop you. If that wasn't enough, then I'm out of it.
And, you
At
know,
some point, you just gotta let your mans do dumb shit, and it's gonna hurt my
Facts.
heart, but you're gonna get yourself
yeah,
bodied. I'm not
yeah.
here to save you for that. It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. I think that Walt is never. I don't. It's never fully said. I think throughout the rest of the series, but I think Walt still look at him as a student. It's like this is my
It's a
student.
different. You're right, Mo. He does.
Like
But
like
it's a
like if
difference
you
between
taught this
looking at a
kid
nigga.
and now we're selling dope together. You know what I mean? I get it.
But
I
bro,
get
if you running down on a nigga with a tool after everybody has told you not to, and we'll go back to Boys in the Hood. This is like Trey going to kill the niggas that killed Ricky without Doughboy now. Like, why would you do that? You don't even do this. This ain't your get down, bro. It's one thing when you hop in the car with us and we finna go take care of this, and at some point you're like, nah, I don't do this. I don't get down like this. But you going to take care of it on your own when that ain't your field of expertise in any sense of the word, that's fucking nuts. And that's what we got here. And I was trying to understand. Rich did a good job explaining. Mo, you did too as well. I ain't, Walt didn't really have no reason to go save him. They haven't presented anything to us in this show in a sense of I'm riding over two niggas in the Aztec, my everyday car, to save somebody who I feel like is wilding out on his hot ass corner because Combo just got killed here. I know the spot hot. I know it is. Y'all gonna see the Aztec. It's gonna be on the news. It's my everyday car. It just it don't make sense.
Yeah, and yeah,
But it was good
it
TV.
doesn't.
plot
Yeah,
magic.
I'm glad you said
was
that
great TV
because
though. It
I
was
do
great
not
TV.
want I don't want anybody to think that we're nitpicking.
No,
It's
we're not
just we're
shitting
looking
on.
at it from a like, hey, if this was me, if this was my life, none of this makes sense. But from a television and a viewer and
Yeah,
entertainment
plot
standpoint,
magic.
Chef's Kiss,
Great
top
TV.
tier,
Great
great
TV.
TV, absolutely, absolutely. Mo, you got anything to add?
Nah.
All right, that's our episode, folks. What a doozy, man! The penultimate episode of season 3. It's crazy to think how far we come. You know, we got one more episode for
two
the
more
finale. Yeah, one more episode for the finale, and then we got after that. We're officially this episode is the official first episode past the halfway point of the series. So we got 13 episodes in season 4, and then we got 16 in season 5, and we got one more, obviously, the finale for this season. But before we get out of here, we got to go through some categories. Most interesting plot between Jesse and Walt.
You said most interesting plot.
Yeah, plot between Jesse and Walt.
I'll go Jesse.
Yeah, I'm thinking Jesse because he was going hard for riding for his man's. You know,
I'm going Walt. Like I don't understand. I just don't understand. I think I just spent a ton of time talking about it. It just that decision is so fascinating to me. It doesn't make any sense. Like Jesse's at least makes sense. You know what I mean? I understand the emotional aspect and why you want to do it.
You mean Walt?
No, Jesse. Like the fact that he wants to do this and
Wait,
he's so
who'd you
gung ho
pick?
about it. I picked Walt.
Okay. Okay,
But
gotcha.
I said it's more interesting from Walt's perspective because it doesn't make any sense. Like I don't understand why you did it. I don't know the motivation. I understand Jesse's motivation. You know, whether I agree with it or not, I understand it. But Walt, I
Okay.
don't even understand why you're doing this. What was your favorite conversation? I think we probably going trips on this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike Ehrmantraut.
Oh yeah.
absolutely,
But
absolutely, no
close
question.
runner up.
There is no another answer.
Yeah, but close runner up, Walt and
Marie,
Skyler.
Marie and Hank. I'm gonna
Well,
get you
that's
up out
more
of
of a
here.
more of a scene than a dialogue. But Skyler and Walt at the garage. That was good. The good little negotiation tactic because I knew what time he was on the minute he started doing that. So
Yeah,
that's right.
I don't know. I don't know if I buy it. Walt's nasty, bro. Definitely the no more half measure scene. Best scene. What's the best scene of the episode?
Ugh. To pick a different scene from the dialogue scene.
That's my favorite scene. If I had to pick a best scene, I guess I gotta be the closing scene.
I'll say
I just remember the oh shit part of it.
I'll go with the trailer. Mine is the
I
trailer.
I like the trailer
Putting
scene too.
stuff into perspective is like,
trailer.
okay,
What do you mean trailer?
yeah,
Well, the
when
meeting in
he
the
was
trailer when
talking
they
Oh,
pulled
to
Jesse
that's
up.
me. That's me too.
yeah,
That's me too.
yeah, when Gus was establishing, like, listen, motherfuckers, this is how this is going down. I don't know what y'all thought it was, but this is how it's going down.
Telling a nigga, look
Absolutely.
at me. Like, this
Don't
nigga,
hey, not just look at me. Don't look at him.
don't
Look
look
at
at him.
me.
No, don't
Yeah.
Like
look at
nigga,
him.
I
Look
don't
at
know what you
me.
thought this was. I'm the motherfucker in charge.
Because
It was
you
great.
weren't even supposed to know who I am, but now that you know who I am, you better
Yeah,
look at me.
take it in.
Yeah.
So,
I
but
love it. I'm
close.
glad y'all chose that. That's the real best. That's the real one. I had to throw in the final scene just because it's just one of the oh shit moments of
Nah,
the
yeah,
series. It
it
doesn't feel right
was
not to
good.
put it in there.
But runner up for me is definitely the Marie Jack.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
Of course it is. Who
consistency.
took
Facts.
that? Who took the half measure this episode?
Hank, 1 minute, 1 minute.
She said, "Shit, nigga, challenge me, challenge me." That's an
Yeah,
easy word.
Hank took the half measure, especially if he was so adamant about all that shit he was talking about, not want to go home, not wanting a hospital bed, all that stuff. Like, you took the half measure.
Jesse. Because when it came down to it, if he took a full measure, you wouldn't be having conversations to get these guys up out of there. Because you end up still at the end of the episode trying to pull up and get them up out of here regardless. So it's like if you were gonna just do a shoot 'em up, bang bang situation, then you didn't never needed to bring it to Walter. You know what I mean? So I think he took the half measure this episode, and I didn't like how he was moving at all.
I think it's got to be Jesse. Like, even though I talk so much about not understanding Walt's decisions, um, to y'all points earlier, this is completely unnecessary, bro. We make way too much money for this to even be a thing. Like the fact that I'm even in a scenario where I gotta leave my family in the middle of the night and come run my car into niggas shouldn't even be like. What did you hear? What I just said out loud, y'all?
Crazy.
Like, what are we fucking talking about
Facts.
in Albuquerque? Like, this is fucking stupid.
That is
Like, it's
super
got to be
insane.
Jesse. Like, yeah, what are we talking about? Yeah, I gotta go real quick. I gotta run some niggas down that's about to shoot my fucking partner because he mad about his nigga getting shot by a kid 3 months ago. He just now found out about it. I'll be back, Skyler. Warm my plate up for me. Get the fuck out of here, bruh.
Crazy.
Yeah. Who took the full measure? Who's the MVP of the episode?
Hmm. Mike. Mike for me. With the story, establishing the dominance of who I am versus you thought I worked for Saul. No, nigga. I'm the man that you gonna talk to when any other things need to happen. The full measure is I'm giving you advice. You do what you want to. You ain't gotta listen to it. But let it be known that I know I gave it to you and I'm judging you from this point on.
Yeah. I would uh I would want to say Walt to some sense, but I'm gonna give it to Mike because Mike, from a show perspective, is he's the gateway from the show being one thing to being the other. This is the moment where all this Mike put all the cards on the table. He put the stakes in there for the viewers. He's the one that connected the dots to let everybody out know. Everybody, all y'all at home watching this show, let me let y'all know how this is all working. The whole dynamic changes from that speech on. You know what I mean? So regardless of what he does, even his character gets more shit to do after this as you go for seasons forward. So I'm gonna give it to Mike for that reason too. And he didn't have to do it. I'm giving you the game. What you do with it is up to you. But there's nothing Mike said that was wrong. What you think, Mo? Pulling the Spike Lee over there.
Definitely pulling Spike Lee. We talking about the last scene?
Nah, we talk about who took the full batch or who the MVP. It's you, Mo. Choose yourself.
I'm thinking Marie, because
that's the most Mo answer ever, nigga.
You know what? I'm gonna go Gus. Because I think because Gus practiced restraint in a situation he didn't need to, but again, he got so much trust in Walt. If you chose him over Gail, I gotta trust that he means something to you. He said this even earlier when he was at Pollos Hermanos. When he told him like, "Hey, you ain't got to worry about him. I can control him." So he's doubling down here. So Gus practicing restraint, knowing that he should have got Jesse up out of here, and he called the play. I don't know. We don't know. Allegedly, possibly, maybe not. Did he call a hit on the kid because they know information about the business? Who knows? But I think Gus practicing restraint. It's like either between Gus or Marie, but I'm gonna go Gus on this.
I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. That's a great one. And then lastly, this should be Tripp's ranking of the episode. Mid-pack 96.2 or Blue Magic.
Blue Magic.
Blue Magic, absolutely. So that is it. That is our episode, fellas, and all you folks out there. We appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Next week, we'll be back to our regular recording day. So if you are someone who likes to send emails or comments, we will be recording on Thursday, not Wednesday. So you'll have an extra day to get those comments in and be read on the episode. This was an action-packed one for y'all, so hopefully there's a lot to talk about. Hopefully we want to hear y'all thoughts. There's a lot of conversation, a lot of chatter. Please let us know what y'all think. Was Walt an idiot? Do you feel Gus exerted his dominance? What do you feel about that Mike scene? Jesse's motive, all of it. Please let us know. Instagram handle is NMHM_BreakingBadPod. Once again, NMHM_BreakingBadPod. And the email address is no more half measures pod@gmail.com. We out of here. Mo.
Keep cooking.